do that, or rather, just before I do that, I need to turn my attention to chat and let you guys know that, as ever, during Decisive Action, there's not going to be a great deal happening on the screen. We'll show you the character sheets, we'll show you the dice rolls, we'll show you the maps and the overlays, and all of the information that we can, but if you need to have this in podcast mode and do other things, that's fine. If you need to make dinner, fix your car, walk your dog, study for exams, hang out with your family, do homework, or otherwise try to take over the world, leave it to us to have the story play out behind your eyes in what's called the theater of the mind. With that in mind, we're going to put a marker right here for our awesome archive team, letting them know we're getting into the game. I'm going to tab over to this screen, and normally, I would talk about the story so far, but given that I really want to do a cold open this week, I'm going to forgo doing that, and instead say that players, you will have a handout marked Faith in your various inventories that you can take a look at if you would like, and we're going to actually start here. Big thanks to the upkeep of the Forgotten Realms Wikipedia for the holy symbol of Eldath, which I managed to procure and add to this handout marked Faith. I don't own this image, full disclosure. I got it from the wiki because Eldath is relevant for what I'm going to be reading for you guys in the beginning. We fade in from our commercial break on the Steam and Steel. The outside of the Steam and Steel, it's evening time, and white text at the bottom of the screen says, "The previous day." A quaint, familiar smithy near the entrance to Troll Skull Alley, a familiar sight to its denizens and to the KnightLites. The forge is dark, the tools hanging limply from their racks. The building is just as lifeless. The showroom, taking up the lower floor behind the shop door, with a closed sign hanging from it, offers the only semblance of inhabitation. The crimson clay-skinned fire ganassi Embrick paces the dim room. An armor stand has been moved near the door. Upon it, his prized scale mail armor, and nearby, his blades and shield, ready to be donned at the first sign. There is no sign. There hasn't been for days. A dusty broom rests in one corner, untouched. The place could really do with a sweeping, but he hasn't got the heart. On the counter, near the till, in a decorative crystal platter, complete with a cloche, an entire pan of Avi's famous baklava, and next to it, a neatly wrapped lunchbox. Avi had insisted Lawrence would be half-starved and grateful for a good meal when all this is over. Embrick didn't have the heart to stop him. Just like he didn't have the heart to go upstairs. With a sigh beneath tired eyes, the forgerite resumed his pacing. "They're children, Embrick!" he heard Avi say over and over in his mind, frantic, distraught. "But they will do great things, have done great things!" He heard himself reply, cradling his partner's head against his chest. He didn't have the heart to even look at him in that moment. He hadn't had the heart for a lot of things lately. He should have charged the fiend the moment he laid a hand on Lawrence. He should have sung forth every volcanous ounce of fury he had ever known. But this was Manshoon, the contemptible lout, who Hallister Bloody Blackcloak gave the nod. Enemy of Blackstaff Tower! What could he do? What could he hope to do? Freeze. Freeze like lava when it reaches the sea. Freeze like an ember left in the uncaring wind. And now, Lawrence was gone. What good was the armor now? The blades? What would rushing off in fury do anyway? His fire was spent. His feet turned to the stairs, and immediately turned to lead. But, gritting his teeth, he forced himself to move. One of them had to be sensible. Food must be eaten, and sleep must be courted. That's what Avi would say. Right? Right? One step, then another. The third creaked. He knew it would. But it sounded hollow. The whole damn building sounded hollow now. There hadn't been a song in days. He just didn't have the heart. 4 steps. Near the dark landing now. No lamps, no open windows. The sun would judge him, and he... 6. On the second floor. A dim hallway. No smells from the kitchen, no laughter from the sitting room. but a voice all the same, hoarse from use and quiet from exhaustion, but the words were sharp as ever. Eldath, Mother Guardian of the Groves, Goddess of still waters, bringer of the end of conflict, I beseech you, your humble servant. Never have I drawn steel on mine enemies, never has blood crossed my threshold. I, who crafts the shields of protectors and walls for the defenseless, call on you. Please. Avi's voice. Over and over the words were repeated. Block by block the incense burned through, the water changed, and still he prayed. Embrick had to leave to get some fresh air, but he never made it out the door. Was he frightened? Was that even in question? In the silence that followed, Embrick felt his throat close, wondering if the earnest pleas of his waterborn lover would bear fruit. Eldath, Mother Guardian of the Groves. Damn it! Damn it all to the furthest sands! His fist clenched. He wanted to get angry. He wanted to feel the heat in his blood, but the impulse didn't catch, and his hands fell loosely to his side once more. Ever have I been your faithful servant. No blood is spilled from my hand, in thought or deed, I who... Avi had dug his priestly vestments from the closet. It had been years since Embrick had seen them. They had broken the sword together, an offering to the goddess of peace. Embrick was frozen behind the door, silently hoping for any sign of recognition from Avi. I beseech you, in my hour of greatest need, please. Silence. Deafening silence. Embrick couldn't hear his own heartbeat. He wasn't sure he had one anymore. Eldath, Mother Guardian of the Groves. Avi was at it again. Embrick wanted to feel frustrated, but there was nothing left. No strength in him, and no way to get it back. His forehead hit the doorframe with a muffled thump. He couldn't be there for his greatest treasure, to support him. He just didn't have the heart. He had nothing left. Eldath, Mother Guardian of the Groves. Embrick found himself mouthing the words alongside Avi, his voice only audible in his own mind. Meliki, Sylvana, Shantea, Saloon, Lathander! His inner voice was rising with each entreaty. Tempest, Pelor, Kalimvor, Torm, bloody Moradin, Gond! Anyone! The fire died as soon as it was kindled. Bring back my boy, he whispered hoarsely against the doorframe. Far away and beyond time, a great forge hums with activity. Stars spiral into galaxies, heated in the celestial embers, and struck with great hammers, giving them direction, purpose, and life. All is gleaming gold and roaring fires, a tapestry. And yet, something more. Two figures go about their cosmic work. One, a dwarf lord with eyes like star fields and a hammer of pure light. The other, a muscular human made with a shock of red hair and a great coal-bound hammer that smoked with each strike. Moradin and Gond make light work of creation. And just as the latter was quenching a new age into solid reality, the symbol of the Mother of Waters appeared in the great stone basin. Gond paused. What's that? Asked Moradin. Got some spinach stuck in your teeth there, hissed Gond, peering into the bucket. An image had appeared. A tired-looking water genasi knelt before a bowl of water with a broken sword in it, in a room that was thick with smoke. I, whose forge rings with the song of creation, to protect the innocent and those who would defend them, beseech you. Is that a prayer? Asked Moradin, striding across realms with each pace to get a better look. Aye, nodded Gond, tilting his head thoughtfully. My boy. Our boy. We can't... a different voice. The water vision shifted to a fire genasi, set at the base of some wooden stairs in a dark room. We can't... Avi and I. But Lawrence was more than we could have hoped for. Prayed for. He rolled his eyes upwards, as if looking directly at the observing divine. I like that one, said Moradin with a chuckle. What's this about a boy? I am trying to figure that out, boomed the god of the forge, straining to hear. Took to the forge like I've never seen. The song is heard so cleanly in his hammer, in his blood. The Fire Ganassi was continuing, as if to himself. And I wasn't quick enough. Gods damn me for a coward. I wasn't quick enough, and now we just want him back. But Manchun is...
Manchun?
Interrupted Moradin, speaking over the mortal in the water.
Not the one that went to war with himself.
And won, so they say, Gond returned. Moradin whistled appreciatively.
Right shit.
I'm not the best at this. My partner, Avi, he's the priestly of the two of us. Devout, whatever. The point is, my spark is gone, and I can't do anything. We can't do anything. If you could just give us our boy back. If any of you can be bothered to, I don't know, guide my son home, I'm sure we can scrounge up an offering, or whatever it is you want. Gond was already hefting his hammer onto his shoulder.
You're not going down there!
Moradin objected, manifesting larger in his indignation.
They're makers, my friend. They can hear our song. If that isn't reason enough to intervene... If you go down there, you're going to tip the balance.
Fine, Gond responded briskly. I won't manifest, I'll just talk to the boy.
Talk? Or talk?
Moradin furrowed his brows suspiciously.
Talk!
Gond returned, disappearing in a rush of flame. Moradin threw a dismissive wave at the departing Forge Master.
Do what you will, tosser.
The camera pans away from the scene of the Divine. We see Lawrence in a relatively bare stone room. There's some work tables and alchemy labs nearby. You're in a corner, sitting in a wooden chair with your hands bound behind your back. We can hear the quiet murmuring of Manchun somewhere nearby. It's been a while. You're hungry, you're thirsty, but mostly you're tired. And you feel yourself flitting slowly to sleep. We see Lawrence's head loll. And then finally, the camera on him shudders a few times and then blinks to blackness. You are immediately awoken by the sounds of a tavern. A raucous tavern. You look around. It's not a tavern you recognize, but you feel relatively at home. But before you can get your bearings, you notice that there's a human man sitting across from you. He's got red hair. He's got a big leather apron on and a belt of tools. And you can see the haft of a hammer sitting on the bench across from him. Just as you're about to wonder what's going on, he smiles at you, jumps to his feet, and sticks a big meaty hand across the table.
There you are, little maker! Sleep all right?
And Lawrence's eyes go wide. Wait a minute. It's not quite a holy shit, but it's...
Do you shake his hand?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not bound now.
Yeah. So
yeah,
you
absolutely shake
grab his hand, you shake it, and he says,
Forge Master Gond, at your service.
And Lawrence's eyes would go very, very wide. He'd probably, duck his head, in reverence.
Now, don't worry, you're not dead quite yet. In fact, I'd like to make certain that you're not dead for quite a while. It's the least I can do.
And Lawrence clears his throat a little bit, trying to parse through this and not completely lose his mind.
Let's fill that belly of yours first.
He waves a hand.
That's better, isn't it?
Lynx rolls his shoulders a little bit, like, huh. That's new.
You're lucky, little maker.
Lucky, Forge Master?
Your parents have been pulling my ear for days now.
And Lawrence's eyebrows just shoot up, like...
Took some doing to find you, but... Well, seems I've done so. There's only so many makers locked in a tower, after all.
And Lawrence lets out a very shaky breath, like... Okay.
What's your name, little maker?
Lawrence, Forge Master. Lawrence Parnassus.
Fortright Parnassus. I am breaking some rules by bringing you here, but I'm sure my secret is safe with you, right?
Not a word, Forge Master.
I have an offer for you. Think of it like a commission.
And that gets Lawrence's interest, like, excuse? And he just does a little head tilt, like, okay.
I need you to sing the song of creation for all of your long life and spread that song as far as you can, helping find other makers and bring them into the fold. Consider it your journeyman's challenge.
And Lawrence hesitates for not even half a second. You know, it's an immediate, yes, absolutely, I will do whatever it takes. Because it's something he's always wanted to do. It's something he's always held pride in. And to be able to, you know, show off everything to everyone else around him.
Now,
Yeah.
I know it's a big ask, but I have some things to sweeten the deal. You'll do it.
Yes, Forge Master, immediately.
Gond raises his voice a little bit.
Yes, no, I have some things that could really benefit you in this divine edict. I can make you better than you've ever been. I haven't had a champion in quite some time, you know. It's nothing, really.
And he leans over and winks.
Lawrence just smiles.
Ever thought of joining the church, little maker?
It's always been a consideration, but... And he looks down at himself. Haven't always thought of myself as the priestly type, you understand.
I do. But my church is the ringing anvil and the burning forge, the walls being lifted into place in those pound of hammers, be they on nails or plates.
I would be quite interested indeed, yes.
Tell me about the predicament that you find yourself.
And that makes Lawrence's breath catch, like, oh, right. And he takes a moment, he says, the one known as Manchun has me captured, alone, and I don't know if my friends are coming to save me. I hope they are, but, well, we can only be scared for so long, right?
Right. Unfortunately, I can't manifest to help them directly, and as you currently are, I'm not so sure you could deal with the villain. I can help, but I don't think it'll be enough. I suppose you could call it a test of faith. Faith in your friends, and the bonds that you forge together. What I can do is keep you fed in the meantime.
That would go quite a long way.
Now, I don't mean to pry, but I've got your schematics here, little maker.
And, Lawrence, perks his ears up like, pardon? Schematics?
You're a fireheart.
Yes, Forge Master.
And you've taken to swinging a hammer with, less than precise movements, I would say.
And, Lawrence has the decency to be embarrassed. My accuracy does tend to need a little bit of work, yes.
I can take this lump and mold it into something wonderful, but you might find yourself changed after the fact. Unfortunately, some of the things you know will be gone, but they'll be replaced with something better, I assure you.
Upgrades, then.
Of a sort, yes.
Well, far be it from me to turn down such a generous gift.
Not to sound like that damn fool Asmodeus, but I'll just need you to sign off on the work order, as it were. He slides a piece of parchment across to you. It looks like a standard smithing work order. You've filled these out a million times.
Oh, yeah. And Lawrence, there's probably a quill pen next to it.
Yes. There's one on the table.
So yeah, he halfway takes up the pen and signs his name. It's not quite with a flourish, but he's definitely energized.
So immediately your vision darkens, like you're going back to sleep. You're out. There's the sound of a massive anvil ring. You see a spark. You see Gond working at a forge. You see sparks fly off. You hear a heartbeat getting louder and louder over the forge strikes. You feel yourself burning, but not dangerously, just like you had some hot soup. And then after the fifth anvil ring, you're back in Manshun's tower, well rested. You are you've had drink, you've had food. You feel a lot better, and we need to make some changes to your character sheet, friendo.
Yeah.
So, aside from what you have learned from the Song of Fire over the course of your adventures, your sorcerer levels and your fighter levels now belong to me.
Mm-hmm.
But you are now a Forge Cleric.
Boy.
I'll give you some time to get your sheet together.
I think I've got it mostly covered. Mostly.
I do not recommend attacking Manshun with your newfound abilities. However, go ahead and prepare your spells, just in case.
He's got plenty of time.
You do have plenty of time.
Yeah, I think I'm effectively set there.
I'm also modifying the Forge Cleric Channel Divinity.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Spark of Creation, I think it's called, you're gonna get Vulcan's Hammer. And I sent you the information for that backstage.
Right.
It's your big ass fuck off hammer. Have fun being a champion of Gond. Now, does Lawrence look any different after the reforging process?
I would say not quite yet, but there's probably... So, given Gond's colors...
Right.
He'd probably have some little bits here and there that are crimson and saffron. Just, little details at the moment.
Like, instead of a little shock of white hair, it's a little shock of gold hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
He's
see that.
almost looking a little bit like
your hair is a bit more like Embrick's, that like metallic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's looking a little closer to Embrick, and he's probably got like a saffron tassel hanging off the apron, tucked inside.
We can see it, but Lawrence can't. But the edges of your scar have pulled in slightly to make almost a gear pattern.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
And it's inlaid with gold.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
That is fucking cool.
That sounds amazing.
It's subtle, but it's there. You now bear the mark of on. That will count as your holy symbol, by the way, so it can never be disarmed.
Oh, sweet.
Unless someone like burns
God.
your face off.
Congratulations, you are the most effective spellcaster in the group.
He really is. So is there anything you want to do before we cut over to the other KnightLites and I leave you to mess with your sheet?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Okay. So you're just gonna like kind of zone out in your chair and look at your new abilities that you got, because none of these are new to you. Like you have the ability to like learn everything that you can do.
Right, it's kind of an innate boost.
Correct. So meanwhile, the rest of you fuckers are in the city of the dead, I believe.
And I
If I
just
recall
turned around
correctly?
and took the taser out.
And you just killed a bunch of Duragar. And then as Vile and Pierce ran off together in a carriage to go deal with the key that you guys found at the Armorsmith's Guild.
Yes.
Right, they did that. I forgot what we were gonna do.
Good question. What would you guys like to do? Brayden just shot a gazer in the face.
Yeah. They went off to deal with the key. Fuck,
Yep.
what was the other part of the plan we were going to do?
Good question.
Weren't we gonna scry?
Yeah, we were going to go to Blackstaff Tower, but Pierce just left with his VLA.
Yeah, I can still get in.
Right, because you had the axe.
There you go.
This
Black
is
Sabbath?
early in the morning, isn't it?
It's it's like 11 a.m. I wouldn't say that early
Right.
in the morning, but yeah, it's still morning time.
Weren't me and Connie meant to go try and find fucking Trench?
Right, we could go try and find Trench.
Yes.
Me and Rock can go to Blackstaff.
And the KnightLites split up again. Fuck.
Three-way split. Sorry, kid.
Got too much that we need to do.
Technically, it's only a two-way, because...
Well, no, fictionally it's 3.
Well, yeah.
So,
Fictionally, it's 3. Mechanically, it's 2.
Brightwin is not in roll 20. Brightwin's probably disconnected. So, who's heading where?
Um,
Then everybody speak up at once now.
You know what? For now, I'll just stick with them.
I mean, no. If you and Rock want to go to Blackstaff Tower, you can. Do you want the map of Waterdeep, by the way?
Yes, please.
I suppose the most straightforward approach would be like cast message like, "Hey, Trench, are you okay? We haven't heard from you."
You said an animal messenger.
Yes, but he can't message back with that.
True. So
But
you guys
we-
are
Well,
currently here, somewhere in the City of the Dead, probably like here-ish.
Right. Okay, so
Blackstaff, like, right there.
oh, the other problem with animal messenger is you got to send them somewhere specific,
Yep.
and
I thought
unfortunately,
So
Waterdeep
Brayden
is not specific enough.
No, it is not. So Connie and Brayden are heading to.
I mean, you guys could just come with me, because Troll Skull Alley is... Blackstaff is closer, then we could all go over there.
True.
Because chances are they very well may tell me, sorry, we can't let you use the thing.
That's about a mile.
Yeah, about a mile as the crow flies. Or as the Connie flies. No,
Which
wait,
is
that's
like
sixth
not
level.
that hard. You guys have been going around the city this whole damn campaign, so like
Yeah.
you probably get there just after lunchtime, so it would actually work out.
We damn near have the equivalent of the urchin backgrounds feature.
Pretty much.
Actually, that's actually a good idea. We could go to Blackstaff, stop off at the market for lunch first, and then continue.
True.
And we're gonna have to rest at some point, it's just a matter of when.
Right.
Yes.
Facts. I
So
say
if you
what
take
we
a carriage, you can short rest on the way.
see.
That's true, but it's
Hear
still
me out.
getting our spells and our stuff back.
We go from City to Dead, hit Blackstaff, go over there, then we take a rest over at the manor.
With Rainier, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye.
And we can ask Rashal if he can cast message for us.
Yep.
Oh, that also reminds me, I need to pick up the fucking arm that Svili went to give me.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
where
Left on the
is-
we had left on the roof just in case we got stopped.
Yeah,
by the
it's
guard.
like right here. It's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
It's not far.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll pick that up as we're going.
where is Troll Skull relative to Blackstaff?
It's all on the
like
map. Like-
This.
Yeah.
Ah, way up there. Okay.
Another mile. Mile and a half.
So not too bad.
No.
About
We could also see if Rashal has scrying, now that I think
a
about it.
2 hour adventure total.
To our travel time.
Yeah. Suppose we get started.
To Blackstaff then?
Are you taking a carriage or walking?
Mm,
If we take one, please don't make it super crazy.
yeah, let's
We are kind of in a hurry.
take a carriage. That way we can take a short rest on
I
our
was
way.
about
Yeah.
to say that if Sockham suggests a carriage, I think Braden's just gonna look at him like, you better not give them any more than fucking a silver.
Well, I have.
We need to see if there's like a sign on the back seat, like here's the standard rate.
There is
I
not a
have
sign
no-
on the back seat that
Taxi
says
cab
stand.
style.
I have exactly 1 silver, so if you want to pitch in, Braden, that'd be nice.
I'd give them
That's-
exactly 1 silver.
Yeah,
We need like 2.
I'll,
We need like 2
I'll pay,
carriages,
it's fine.
don't we?
No,
those
because
are
Asvili and Pierce aren't with you.
Oh, okay.
And Rainier is also gone.
Yeah.
I have.
So it's
Well,
just
that
us
is
4
fine.
schmucks.
In
I
that
have money.
case,
Just look for one to wave down, I suppose.
Yeah, totally. You guys call a carriage. What do you tell them?
How much to get to Blackstaff Tower from here?
For the 4 of you, less than a
Without
dragon, I'd
scrambling
say.
brains.
so,
Just gonna fill in my character sheet. I'll see how
What
much
did
silver I have. And
Oh, what did he say?
He said less than a dragon, I'd say. He says,
silver work?
if she brings 4 friends, aye.
yeah, I'll hand them the silver. Or was it all 1 silver each?
If she brings 4 friends, fax machine noises.
5 silver, as I understand that.
Aye.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'll pay all 5. It's fine.
Takes it, pockets it, gestures you to get in the carriage.
Cool. And
I'm
we
gonna get in last just because last time didn't go so well.
Okay. Your mic is still
He's just
shit
having a-
tonight.
Ah, damn it.
It's the issue that never ends.
It really is.
just go, my friend.
What?
Nice,
Exactly.
Gracie.
So, you guys
that was good.
get in the carriage and off you pop to Blackstaff Tower. It'll take you a while to get there, so you have enough time to take a short rest if you want.
Yes.
Now remember,
Oh my
remember
God.
you have already short rested today, so keep an eye on your hit dice.
Yes, I need to decrease these to a D8.
What? Oh,
Bard.
You already used your barbarian hit dice. Got it.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I forgot to mark down how many hit dice I spent.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Let's see. Because I know I went down last time.
Yeah, you did.
I still don't know how I managed to get out of that combat encounter without any health missing.
Can't go back that far.
Oh yeah, I can't get any rages. I can't get any
You used them all.
inspiration. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we need a long rest if we want
I-
to get our stuff back.
Yeah.
Which, depending on how things go, might be sooner than we think.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to have any conversations on the way over to Blackstaff Tower?
No.
Braden shot a gazer. We gonna talk about that at all?
Sorry, is this any better?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
A certain program in the background completely crashed my computer. That was fun. But yeah, I think that's something we're talking about.
So yeah, unfortunately, that gazer probably heard everything, so there's probably going to be more there when we get there.
Do you have a way to see them?
I
Nope.
mean, no, I just kind of heard where it went. It rustled some of the bushes, and I turned around and just shot it. If it was invisible, it would have had to be invisible for a reason.
So
we
you
weren't-
just
I
took a
just-
blind shot?
give or take.
Arkham has this like, damn expression on his face. Color me impressed.
Like, you all saw the shot. It was a damn
Yeah.
good shot. Like, it's funny because the bolt fired and then it stopped in midair and then the gazer coalesced around it and then it dropped. That was a damn good shot.
We'll just have to keep an eye out for more, I guess, until we can. I don't really know if there's a way to see those sort of things, but
Speaking of which, like, Braden, after having to deal with that, Braden's keeping his senses peeled.
yeah, same. Just in case. Is there
Without-
one in here with us?
Right,
I
didn't
was
spend
about
any
to say,
of
just in
the-
case, I'm going to make a perception check.
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna blow a hole through this carriage.
To see if there's anything falling.
You all like shut up for a second and you like listen. All you hear is the carriage wheels, the clip clop of the hooves, and the traffic in the city around you.
Brain just holds up a finger and is like, I think we're good for now.
For now.
For now, yeah.
So I'm just gonna make periodic perception checks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, stay on our toes, as it were.
Okay.
So when we get there, who are we scrying on specifically?
Looks at Sock.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Good start.
Hmm.
Because we know where the you-know-who are.
Right.
I mean, I suppose we could scry on Trench, but
Given his background, they probably won't want.
yeah.
He probably has some of that non-detection, whatever.
Not only that, we also don't want the black staff finding out who he is.
Exactly. Or anyone else for that matter.
Exactly.
And scrying on Lawrence would be bad?
Well, if Manshun has a way to detect it, then yes.
I honestly don't know if you would.
It's Manshun, he probably does.
Okay. Well, fuck.
Fuck is going on with my armor?
What's up?
You should keep your armor on. Just
Well,
in case.
20's been having some issues tonight. Let's focus on the scene.
So, we're going here to scry on... I feel like if we walk in there without a plan, they're gonna...
They're just gonna
Turn us away, probably.
around.
Well, originally we were going to scry on the child. Oh, right. I wanted to scry on where the key went.
Oh, you want to
So-
like scry on the owner?
Is that a thing you can do?
Probably.
I mean,
Is
wasn't
that a
the
thing you can
reason-
do? Checks the spell.
Make an Arcana check.
Be a good time to have Pierce.
I was
Would
going
be
to
a
say,
very
isn't
good
that,
time to have Pierce.
isn't that the reason that Svili and Pierce went into the blacksmiths? To
Yes.
Yes, it is.
The mundane form of scrying.
Yeah.
just find
Yes,
where the key
because they wouldn't hear me out when I was saying I wanted to try that.
To be fair, things are kind of rushed right now. So
Besides, even if we could manage to scry on the person, we don't know how to find them afterwards unless you can spot a landmark.
if we can
So-
spot a landmark, it's only a matter of time. I feel like it's worth a shot. But do we need the item on us?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
So, Connie's the only one who rolled an Arcana check.
Yeah, I don't think Rockham would know. So
You
Okay.
might want to do that.
I don't have a reason for Rockham to know. But
Yeah, that
sure.
tracks.
Oh my god.
See, I would think us being around Pierce long enough and him.
So,
But
so yeah, I think Rock, you just like zone out for a minute, and you hear Pierce's voice in your head. Like we get the Pierce voiceover, and he says, "If you have something that belongs to someone, it makes it easier to find them. Or
I think
you could scry on an object if you know where it is."
and I think he's kind of muttering that out as he's more or less envisioning that.
Mm-hmm.
Very awkward for him to mutter that out, but there it is.
That's an impressive Pierce impression.
I was going to say. Well, that kind of throws that out the window because we don't have the key.
I was also going to scry on the children, but Rockham solved that issue.
Yeah. I don't really want to go poking that hornet's nest.
Which leaves who?
Well, okay, so hear me out on this, alright?
Uh-huh.
The stone itself has that non-detection thingy,
Alright.
Right.
but the person currently holding it probably doesn't.
And we also don't know who that is.
Yeah, it
Right.
could be anyone.
But I know of an object in their possession.
You
Shouldn't
do.
that work?
Which you can't detect because non-detection.
Yeah. If we knew they had that and something else, then that'd be a different story. But
Yeah, that's true.
how long do we have until we get there? I assume a while.
Oh wow, yeah. Until
Okay,
you're
okay.
finished talking.
Okay. Well, we should probably come up with something or get out of the carriage, honestly. But
If we had that key, this would be so much easier, but no, they had to... It's fine. He's got his
drawing
V-Rays
of the
more
key
than-
worked?
No, you can still make the scry attempt on someone you've never heard of in a place you don't know in relation to this thing, but they're going to get a +10 and advantage to resist. So-
Yeah.
I mean, to be
Remind
fair,
me,
it's
if
not
you-
even a person we're looking for, it's just where the key goes. What lock is it meant to be for?
Aye,
Um,
it makes the spell harder. It raises the DC.
remind me, if the scry spell fails, do they know someone is trying to scry on them, or is it just like raspberry noises?
It depends. If they are a wizard, or otherwise magically intuned, they can potentially know. There are ways to check. But if you cast scry on Rashal in his shop, there is a chance that he'll look up and he'll be like, "I'm sorry, did you require my assistance, Constance?" Whereas, if you did it to, I don't know, Zaraj, maybe less likely? And if you did it to a baker, right? I almost said Durnan, and then I thought about that for a minute. If you did it to just like some random ass baker, he'd probably never know.
Durnan would look up and go, bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would actually pay money to see that.
That would be
Yeah.
great.
Actually, he would just look up and touch the fee 10 dragons for spells sign.
Yeah.
Don't make me tap the sign.
If I touch the sign and that thing's still here, you owe me money.
Yeah, pretty much.
That'd be great.
But still, point stands. It really depends.
What if we scry on the necromancer? Because we know they're supposed to be in the city of the dead.
That's the thing, we don't know if there's a necromancer or not. We know there's undead hanging about somewhere, we don't know if it's a necromancer.
That's
And I keep saying this, if it was a necromancer, we wouldn't be involved.
okay, but there was a tomb of empty coffins.
I mean, that's also fair. Did MD get a read on what one of the names was? Because
I
I
think
know
somebody was looking at
I believe Pierce and Desvile both read the names on the coffins. I don't believe any of the rest of you spoke
Damn
up.
it.
But there's
God.
no, there's no reason
Yeah.
to retroactively be like, I read them. Like, I'm not gonna hold that against you. You had plenty of time.
I'm pretty sure.
I was like pressing on the walls and shit during that. So.
we could scry on one of the names. That should take us to the
You
body.
absolutely could do that. Yes.
I would at least tell us where they went, and that's
Do we go back then?
That's most likely. Well, no, we need to go and scry on the person. So we need
Yeah.
to
Like
go.
I said, one of you could totally have gotten those. Brightwind, it's fine.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So if we, because that's the most likely person to have found the stone, given the familiar got poofed.
It's worth a shot, I think. It's the best shot we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, at some point I'm gonna need to spend a few hours and get Carol back.
So, if they even give us access, Dernan's special brew should help a pot or two of this.
Braden just looks at
Head
something
tilt?
with a head tilt. It's like, you keep saying special brew. What did he give you?
That's because I can't really explain what it is because, you know, an agreement of trust. You know what I'm saying?
A gentleman's agreement, if you will.
Uh-huh.
I think Braden just looks
He told me.
looks to Rockham and then looks back to Sock, and it's like, do we not trust each other?
Well,
I trust him, I'm just curious.
I absolutely trust all of you. I just promised Dernan 2 things. 3, actually. 1, I won't lose it. 2, I don't tell anyone what it is. And 3, it has to be back in 3 days to now.
Where is
But
it
is something
right
that
now?
can be lost.
It is on my person at this very
You
second.
may want to double check.
Is there
I-
anything on him that wasn't there before?
Make a perception check.
I
Yeah,
was
sure.
about to say Braden was going to make a perception to see if there's anything on.
Like, I assume you're not wearing this around your toe or something, Saltbone.
No.
Okay, cool.
Ironically, he's got it on what he's always been told is the ring finger.
Okay, yeah. Rock and Connie, you both rolled high enough. Yeah, he's sporting some bling that he didn't have a couple days ago.
Looks good.
What does?
I just
Your
tilt
face.
my head toward it.
It looks good this morning.
Not that. That needs work. But
Hey.
Also, I think we all need to appreciate Braden with expertise in perception and a +8 modifier rolled a 2 and a 3.
proud of you.
yeah.
I feel like he was like, it's Sockham. What else could have changed?
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Like, he's not
it's
wearing
like-
a funny hat. He's not wearing a
Right.
scarf.
Did he
He's
get
not wearing something
face is-
ridiculous, so I don't know.
He's not naked.
Right?
Hmm.
It's just this like rather plain looking silver band around his ring finger on his left hand.
And what's this special brew supposed to help you with?
Well, it makes me resistant to magical effects.
Like being fireballed or being scryed on.
Like, say, if someone were to look in on what I'm scrying on, I have a better chance to push them out than they do to push their way in, to my understanding.
That a thing? Hang on.
Yeah, that's a thing.
It sounds reasonable
No,
compared
Connie
to
says
everything
that
else
out
we've heard.
loud.
Listen,
Compared to all the crazy magic we've seen, it sounds like.
Jordan looked me dead in the eyes and said, this does this. I want it back in 3 days, and if you lose it, I'm going to stab you. He didn't say that last part, but I could see it in his eyes.
He also
probably do more than stab.
he also said that if the portal is attacked while you have this, he might not make it.
Yeah. Also,
So we're on a timer. Got it.
yeah. Also, we have to hurry because if the portal decides to regurgitate while he doesn't have this, if he doesn't think to take it out.
That's a good way to put it.
It really
We're
is.
going at
It's
like
a real
a-
good way to put that. Yeah.
We're going at like a steady pace, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a window to get to the front seat, as it were? Like
well,
to stick my hand through.
sort of.
There's-
Sort
there's
of.
I don't really
usually-
know how it works.
There's a glass window. No, it's not even glass. There's a parchment fabric thing over the top middle of both of the doors that you could like roll up and you would have a window. And then the carriage master's seat is right above Brayden and whoever's beside Brayden's head right now, because Asvila usually sits against the back wall.
Yeah.
And that is just a thin wooden covering between you and the driver.
I mean, we could pay the driver a bit more and speed this up. I don't want to go crazy like last time, but if we're on a timer,
I mean, you're going at a decent clip.
Brockham's just, I think nervous is a good word.
I mean, we might not get there in a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. We're paying them a platinum, looking at Sockham with a bit of malice in his voice for that one.
I mean, it got us there quick, so you can't be mad.
I mean, I almost vomited.
It made me lose my lunch, so thanks for that.
I mean, I threw up the first time too, so don't worry.
And you done it more than once, fucking, and just like face palms.
Yeah.
Connie's just shaking her head like light weights.
I suppose we'll get there when we get there, I guess.
So, spinning that light symbol, and you guys are exiting the carriage in front of Blackstaff Tower. It is, as you would expect, a hum of activity, people coming back from lunch or going to lunch, various students milling about. The courtyard is open with several buildings nearby and a big tower dominating the main part. Most of you have not come in from this angle before.
True.
I'm used to the wall.
Yeah. The wall is
Yeah, I
currently
was gonna say-
open in the form of a gate.
Pat Sockham on the back is into like, go on.
Right, I guess this makes things easier. He's gonna just start going.
Yeah, so you guys walk in. You walk into the main lobby of the tower. I'm assuming that's where you're going. And
Right.
have any of you, or all of you preferably, been to like a state building before?
Yes.
Define state building.
A government office. A large temple-style government office, like a capitol building. Or a courthouse.
Yeah, kind of.
You know how they have the big expansive lobby with the tile floor that's weirdly shiny for no reason, and then they have that central island desk, and the whole building kind of spirals out from that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You really only see it in state buildings.
Mhm.
There's one of those right in front of you, and there's a mosaic on the floor of the Blackstaff. And when you
As
look,
in the staff
when you,
black staff or the person black staff?
the item,
Okay.
and
It'd
sitting
be weird to just walk on Vajra's face.
sitting at the desk is just a frog.
Yay, it's Frog Boy.
Not a frog.
I knew-
Not a frog man. It's not a grung. It's not a kuatoa. It's just Forg sitting on the desk.
I like lean over to whoever's next to me. Is that a frog?
Yes, I forgot about this.
Are they understaffed?
Oh,
I mean,
wait.
given the fact that this is black stuff, it's probably enchanted in some way.
Hang on.
The
Did
frog's
I-
throat like swells, and you hear. "Brr."
That
Why
or
don't
a
you
very
enchant a
subtle
frog?
familiar.
That makes more sense.
Hello?
The frog's eyes light up and kind of start warbling like Hypnotoad, and you hear, yes, do you have an appointment?
No. But we're in a bit of a. I don't really know.
Is that
I
Azure
don't really
Edge?
know what kind of word. Yes.
So you're that Harper Rockham.
No,
Fuck off.
no,
Here we go.
my brother Rockham is unaffiliated. I am Sockham.
I don't bother to interject.
It was put
Right.
in the paper. I'm sorry, Gamzee.
I am Sockham. You know, like
Eight more episodes of this.
the motion of punching something, socking.
Point
That
of
is
order. Didn't we actually, fix up that issue?
No.
no.
Nope,
I
never
just
got
swear we
it.
had him make him run
You
a
meant
correction.
to, and you went and you were like repeatedly. You were like, "I'm gonna go yell at this reporter." You never did.
No, no shit.
It's a mistake that was made in the paper, and we still need to get it fixed.
Would you like to make an appointment?
We actually need use of one of the facilities,
If that's available.
at
to-
all possible.
We can offer appointments for the use of our facilities. Yes. Just a moment. And you see the frog turn its head slightly to the side, and you hear, "Are all of these with you?
Yes.
Is that a gazer?"
It
What?
was a gazer.
Wait, is there another one?
I don't.
Yeah, start looking around.
Oh, sorry. The one in the green cloak. I'm afraid I don't have your name here. You have a gazer in your pack or something. At least that's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah, we're getting spied on earlier. I took it
Actually,
out.
which one of you has the gazer in the jar? Now that I think about it, Mert.
No, oh,
Mert
right,
has it.
gazer,
Yeah,
Mert
it
has
was-
the gazer in the jar, and then you have the eye of the gazer in your pack.
Right.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it was attached to the arrow.
Right. Just a moment. Step to the side, won't you?
Right.
I just like kind of stepped.
Yeah,
to the
there's a
side.
rush of wind, and this blue, like, spiraling portal opens up, and out steps this, like, young, like, half-elf. He's got, like, sandy, red blonde hair. He's wearing, like, robes similar to Pierce's, but less fine. And he's got, like, a clipboard. And he adjusts the spectacles and nods. He says, "Yes,
That's super cool every time.
Thank you. I'm afraid Archmage Safar is not available at present. She's working on a project or other. You are the KnightLites, I believe."
That is
A few of
correct.
them, yes.
Gestures with his quill.
One and only.
We seem to be missing someone. I know about the Smith. I'm talking about Captain Avero.
Yes, he's on an adventure with a newer addition to the group.
I see.
Yeah, they're all dealing with a situation.
Well, I could certainly help you make an appointment, and before you balk, believe me, I know what bureaucracy can do. Depending on the facility, I might be able to show you to a place in a matter of moments, but depending on another facility, it could be days.
It'll have that time.
We have heard from Percival there is a scrying room.
There's a divination laboratory, yes.
Yes, that.
I believe it is currently under instruction. You need a specific artifact.
Yeah, someone who can scry.
We just need to scry. We need
We need a method to scry.
On
and we need
what, precisely?
Hello. Thank you.
What is your intended target?
Who has the name?
I would like to say Braden would let rattle off the name of one of the, like the
Yeah.
visualizing it like the very end coffin. Where we
Yeah,
found
yeah,
the key.
somebody from the Garloth family crypt.
So and so Garloff.
Percy, like, quirks a brow. I believe Master Garloth has been dead for some decades now. Perhaps...
Yes, the tomb was empty?
I need to make sure he's dead.
I see.
They're dead.
Before you jump to any conclusions, we got like
Yeah,
specific
we got-
permission.
This
of-
is regarding
Lady
the
Garloth.
investigation that Captain Averill is undergoing.
yes.
It's part of a much larger investigation now, but yes.
It's
I'll
all
go
kind
over
of tangled together
I
at this
see.
point.
I can certainly arrange for something. I assume this is At the behest of the Harpers.
This is at the behest of the KnightLites
Yeah.
for the safety of Waterdeep.
And also in a indirect route at the behest of the Emerald Enclave.
Do you have the paperwork?
For the scrying, not specifically, but I think I got paperwork to investigate
You do. Yep.
undead
Decided
in
to-
the and she'll start pulling things out.
Takes it, looks at
Undead
it.
in the giant graveyard place. I forget the name of out of character.
City of the Dead?
City of the Dead. Thank you.
He takes the paperwork, he leaps through it. A necromancer? Yeah, that would certainly upset the balance. I can see why. But the Enclave
hope
has its
is-
own scrying facilities. Why did you come here?
Well,
I don't mean to make this more difficult. Curiosity.
One, we
We-
didn't know. Two, this was
Yeah.
closer.
and three, let's just say we have a preference.
Our records indicate
Neutral.
that our offer of joining the tower was refused by you. He passes the papers back to you.
I did decline. It's kind of a mess. Honestly, I didn't know there was scrying facilities with the Enclave. I really should have considered that.
Do you have someone among you able to do the scrying yourselves, or do you require a instructor would be the wrong word, assistant?
Assistant.
This is, as I said, we're in a situation that, as far as I am aware, Waterdeep itself is at risk more so than simply some people's corpses.
Percy
on the march.
holds up a hand. He says, "I believe you, Master Rockham. Sorry, Master Harper, but
Good enough.
there is a procedure for these things, and forgive me sincerely when I say, if we leapt to our feet at every person who came through those doors telling us the fate of Waterdeep hung in the balance, we would never get anything done.
Yeah, that's fair.
How
I
long
wanna
do you
tell 'em.
need?
I will need to check the availability of those who can perform the scrying. I need to obtain the item. Can you wait an hour?
Is there anywhere to sit in here?
I can provide facilities for you.
I mean, an hour and some lunch would be fine.
We could also like come back in an hour and eat. Like,
Certainly. Or we could have someone meet you somewhere, if you prefer.
Would
Yeah, Gamza, you're clinking.
oh, I'm sorry. I always
He's just sitting there
forget-
eating jerky.
I always forget how sensitive this mic is. My father decided to slink out of the darkness and give me cake and ice cream.
Yay!
Lucky?
Cake and ice cream!
I mean, cake and ice cream. Where is that one?
Hang on,
What's your
extremely
birthday?
important question. What flavor of cake?
I believe this is devil's food.
And what flavor of ice cream?
Vanilla, of course.
Nice. Good choice.
Nice taste.
But
Once we get Lawrence back, we should go for some cake.
celebratory cake.
Yeah,
Celebratory. Wow, what are you guys talking about?
yeah, there you go.
For the sake of it, do you believe that the assistant will be in any danger from this manifestation?
Honestly, don't know.
I see.
don't know, but it's fairly easy to say probably.
That will increase your wait time, not inconsiderably, I'm afraid.
If
No offense.
we were-
protocol.
We were told that I was told there was an artifact we could use ourselves, which would put me directly in danger, and I have my own means of preventing said danger from seeing me.
And if
that
you
only
had
I'm allowed
paperwork,
to use.
and if you had paperwork from the Harpers entrusting that item to you, this would be over in a matter of seconds. As it stands, I will need to obtain permission from my superiors, and Archmage Safar is
Indisposed.
Busy.
indisposed is a good word. Do any of you have a reputation in Blackstaff Tower by any chance? I would be deeply appreciative if some of you could go and check on her.
I can do it.
I think this is my first time here.
I've met her once, and that was a not
I'm
rubbing the back of his neck is a not too good situation.
I'm pretty sure she's aware of I'm a bit of a brash idiot, so if I walked into wherever she is, I don't think she could.
This
she'd
is not
be
a
too
situation
upset.
for brashness, if you'll forgive me. Archmage Safar is working in the evocation lab at the moment.
I can still work with that.
I
just can't. I just won't bust in because evocation's the explodey one, right?
Percy takes a step closer to the four of you, and he says, "Between you and myself, the Blackstaff has not taken a meal in more than a day now, nor has she slept."
What? No. Okay, where is this evocation
She
lab?
must be really like dedicated.
Connie's
over
got
this.
this look on her face like, yeah, I have a hunch why.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this lab?
I will
Would
I
you
will
like us to take
implore
food
you
to
to
her?
be discreet, Master Harper.
Absolutely.
Up the stairs, just on the other side of this desk, to the left, take the second landing, down the first hallway, third door. Just look for the purple flashes.
Right.
Oh, just a moment. And he waves his hand, and the Waterdeepian equivalent of day passes with lanyards appears in his hand, and he holds them out to you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Put it on.
Perhaps
I
being a
have
conjuration. A conjurist, rather.
Useful.
Very.
They're obviously magical and glowing. It's the same thing Pierce does.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'll
So-
put it on.
Evocation lab over there. Gotcha.
Yes.
Purple flashes.
I will. You probably won't see me when you come back to this desk, but I'll join you a few moments later.
Thank you.
Understood.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Would you like us to take food to her? Since we're going now.
I have.
So we just find the food that's there and get her to eat.
If you would, yes.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Right.
I was
Dr.
about
Connie
to
at
ask
your
what
service.
kind of food she prefers.
So you guys head up to Hogwarts. Do I have Hogwarts music? I mean, I know I do. Do I have it ready? No, I don't. I could play it for the stream, but I couldn't play it for you guys, which is unfortunate.
Oh,
We'll just keep the KnightLites
So I
theme going
suppose
for
you
now.
could just post it backstage and let us listen to it on our own.
I can't actually post a pretzel link backstage,
That's
but
that'll do
the
it.
one that I have in mind is Wands at the Ready by, I believe they're called, it's something about cats. I don't remember the name of it, but that's the one that I have in mind. Sorry?
I also got pretzel player stuff.
It's like a Harry Potter music box. That's what I have in mind. Anyway, you guys head up the stairs. Several students or what look to be students and various wizards pass you as you go, and eventually you get to the hallway indicated. And yeah, the hallway is mostly vacant. Most of these classroom style doors are closed. Actually, all of them are closed. Most of them are dark, but one of them does have sporadic flashes, like someone's using a soldering iron. Except it's purple.
Well, that's concerning.
that's
Is that normal?
They're just a tray of food left in front of the door.
No, there's nothing in the hallway.
Okay.
First of all, let me just say it's very exciting to actually walk around this place because I'm used to traveling by portal.
Makes me
Yeah, it's
nervous.
a lot bigger
So
than
it's funny that you say that, Salcom, because as soon as you say walking around this place is great, you hear a sound, and the entrance to the hallway that you all walk down is now different.
Is that supposed to happen?
God damn it.
Rockham has
So
this thing
about
where he
walking around this
tracks where he
place.
goes, but that just got thrown out the window. So now he's like, oh.
Anyway, just gonna head for the
no way to go except forward.
heading for the purple spitting door.
Yeah, so you head to the purple spitting door, and there's a placard hanging from the doorknob that says laboratory reserved for fourth grade business, classes move to, and it gives another number.
Well,
I would
This
say
is-
this counts as Foursquare business.
I'm gonna, and he like pulls the shield, the new shield out of his pack.
Uh-huh.
Evocation is the sploding one, remember?
I think Braden like just bats his hand down. It's like put that away before you actually invite an explosion to get thrown at us.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
tempting fate.
Yeah.
Do you see the purple? I don't care about fate. I'm not risking that.
Knock the
Before
door
we
and stand to the side.
Before we do whatever's about to happen,
Uh-huh.
just asking the group, are we all going in there? Or just Sockham going in there? What's the plan here? I don't really know Buzzer. So
I mean,
just-
Well, let's be frank. Let's be frank, shall we? Piers isn't here, and Piers would probably be the best one to do this. Braden has some decent people skills here in the city, but
Excuse you, do you forget who I'm with?
Vajra and
Did that pop up for you
Braden.
guys, by the way? Cool.
I was tabbed out. Yeah.
Vajra and Braden may not be the best pieces to put together right now.
Yeah, after the way we were introduced, no.
And we've all
Yeah.
seen that I am amazing with people.
Me and
So,
I'd bet the best bet would be myself and Connie.
Right, because we've met.
I mean, we'll be right outside the door. Something explodes, I guess.
Right. Well, be careful. Don't get portaled anywhere.
You'll know, hopefully, if I do.
Just scream.
Fair.
Oop, I forgot. That's probably picking up. I'm sorry.
So who's gonna go for the door?
Stock will.
Okay, the door's locked.
Knock first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think when Sock sees that it's locked, I think Connie just like, hang on, gentle knock, knock, knock.
Yeah. The purple flashes stop. You hear a frustrated noise, and then you hear a familiar voice say, "Room 302. The sign is on the door."
Madam Blackstaff.
Sorry to bother you, Lord Blackstaff. We're hoping for some help with something, and also, Percy asked if we could check up on you. We
Sigh.
heard
You see
you
a
haven't been-
figure silhouetted in the frosted glass window. You hear the latch turn and the door open. A tired-looking Vajra Safar is standing on the other side. She's wearing like a gray and like a gray and blue like lab coat. She's got goggles pushed up on her forehead, and she's wearing these big artificer's gloves that go up above her elbows. She
God,
looks very tired.
My God, you really haven't slept, have you?
We're really sorry to keep bothering you, Lord Blackstaff, but we were told that there was some sort of apparatus that we could use to scry, and
It's not in this room.
yes, but
Connie. Piercy is already handling that.
but the other point was that if I may speak bluntly, Percy seems worried about you, and
He's terrified
Bluntly,
by the
so am I.
condition. He's terrified by the condition you're in, lady. You look exhausted. When was last you sat and ate?
like I realize the project is important, but
Her head snaps to you when you say that, and she glares.
whatever you're working on, whatever it is, I'm sure it's important.
I'm gonna make an insight check for her.
Good save. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Okay, so the good news is she doesn't have points in insight. Connie, can you make a
Then-
deception check, please?
And she might be exhausted.
Can you make a deception check, please?
Certainly.
Oh golly, my belly is full.
Oh boy.
Clearly, it must be important if you're this focused on it, but
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So even with
Oh, no,
disadvantage, so I think Connie, like, you backpedal like that, but I think it shows in your voice. I think your voice like breaks, like I meant to say it like that, right?
Good save.
And I think Vajra just like totally not her usual like diplomatic stuff. She like snaps at you. She's, "What do you know?"
just that it's very important, and not much beyond that.
We were told, weren't we?
Connie was told.
Connie
I
was
thought-
told, and
I
Connie
thought
told
they-
us.
Pierce pulled them aside for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
we
there's the whole thing in the bookshop.
Yeah, I don't believe that Connie told you guys verbatim quite yet.
No, just that it's not exactly good.
It is foolish to lie to a Lord of Waterdeep, especially the Blackstaff.
I'm sorry, Lord Blackstaff.
I don't believe we lied about it.
Connie just lied to her face.
Yeah.
More of a
straight-
deflection, but yeah.
Straight through her teeth.
I would argue that she didn't lie. She just didn't tell any truths.
I would
Depends who you ask.
I would argue that Vajra is frazzled and exhausted.
Fair.
I did not want to throw another wild card, and
You see her like reach like out of frame of the door frame, and she comes back. She's holding the Blackstaff like Jafar.
Oh,
I have a sense of what it is, though I'm confused on the specifics.
Can you make a saving throw for me, Connie?
Oh no.
this is happening.
Which
Alright.
one?
That's what I'm checking.
Just do them all.
No, it's a Wisdom saving throw. DC 18.
Oh boy.
Phew.
Mm.
See,
Pretty
this
wise,
is the
right?
point where you say that you failed the throw.
Okay,
Oh, you never know.
so you resist. You resist as she holds the Blackstaff forward just a little bit, and her voice takes on that tone that you hear when someone is casting a spell, and she says, "Tell me what you know about the project I'm working on."
Only that it involves a big anti-magic, but beyond that,
Okay,
Yeah.
so Connie, feel free to put this on your resume.
okay.
You just resisted a Gaius from the Blackstaff.
Oh shit!
Wow.
What?
I'm just making sure that you don't have disadvantage or anything like that.
Not that I,
I mean,
know
I
of,
would
no.
argue the Blackstaff would have disadvantage because of how fucked she is.
Aye. That's why she cast it out of the Blackstaff instead of herself.
Fair.
I am terrified that staff can do. You know what?
I'm
No, I'm not.
confused on the specifics or why he was being so cagey, but
I mean, we know it involves Pierce and a lot of work by the looks of it.
You
The
see her
more-
like sigh and deflate a little bit, like she just does not have the strength to deal with this.
I-
She like leans the staff back on the wall, and you see her like open the door and like turn away from you and start to go back into the lab. You guys come in, and there's like the desk immediately in front of the door where the instructor would be. There's a whiteboard on the wall, and there's a bunch of like lab tables. It's a high school chem lab, like you guys have seen
Right.
it before.
Yeah.
On the nearest table that's not the teacher's desk, there's 4 trays of food.
Jeez.
God, Lady
Jesus.
Blackstaff.
You really should eat.
What I should do is protect Waterdeep and its citizenry.
And you can't
Absolutely.
do that if you're in a state, like, not to overstep, but if you don't keep yourself up.
You say not to overstep, and she glares at you.
I mean, to be fair, Braden doesn't care if he oversteps at this point.
Aye, yeah, it's your fucking Tatarum. What do you care? Like,
Exactly. It's like, not to overstep, but if you don't keep yourself up, who are you going to be able to protect? Not yourself, certainly.
agreed. When you're this tired and hungry, you could make a grave mistake.
Just
Literally.
now.
I think letting Braden hush himself a bit. It's like, I get Manchun's a hell of a big deal, but you put yourself through this.
you say Manchun, and she whirls on you, and you see her make the motion to grab you, and she stops.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not in a state to take him on, he just gestures like, the fuck we're gonna do?
I don't believe any of you were hired to be either my doctor nor my nursemaid.
No,
You're
but
asked
we're
to.
also concerned.
We're not here because we are hired. We are here because we are concerned about your well-being.
We grump because we care.
Yeah, right. Did any of you close the door when you came in?
I
Sure.
think Braden would have closed it behind him.
Okay.
By all accounts,
This
we
is an
are
irrelevant
not-
argument because I'm almost finished.
That's wonderful, but
That's fantastic. So you have time to sit and eat. And he points at the trays.
Where's Captain Averill?
Busy.
Dealing with a situation related to the stone, we still need to find him.
We're on its trail.
I think she gestures over to like the table near the bank of windows, and on it there's a. Imagine like one of those magnet clamps. When I say magnet clamps, I don't mean a magnet is stuck to a thing. I mean it makes a magnetic field. It's like a metal magnetic field, and it like holds a thing in it.
Oh,
There's one of those, like a little device that like seems to produce one of those, and then floating gently in its center is what appears to be the Stone of Galore.
I think Braden slowly
blink,
walks over
blink.
to it and looking at it is like, is
I'm
that
gonna.
turns back to the black stuff? It's like, is that?
I
Is
can
it
only
real?
Is
Like,
that?
I can only assume that that's not it itself.
I'm just gonna look over and see if it looks real. I suppose.
It looks real to you.
Braden, I'm
Oh.
making like perception to see if there's anything off about it. If it's like slightly off,
feel
if
free,
it
feel
actually
free.
is the thing.
Yeah, that's. Huh.
Braden's looking at the stone. I'm looking at the black staff. See if there's any indication of what's going on here.
So Braden, that is the Stone of Galore.
I just looking between the black stuff and the stone. It's like the fuck. We've been chasing this thing for how long now?
Twins, both of you. That's the Stone of Galore.
Oh wow!
It's been here the whole time. I'm just asking the room,
It looks
but we.
real.
But
That's not actually it, though, is it? Like, really?
it's gotta be it.
What check did you say to make?
They were making perception checks. What were you doing?
I was looking for any sort of tell in Vajra, like whether it's fake or real.
No, the tell you get is she's watching your reactions to the thing.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna take a look at that thing.
I mean, we have the key here to go save Lawrence, don't we? This is it.
This is what Mushroom was after.
Yeah, Connie, that's the Stone of Galore.
Is this actually the stone? Have you really had it this whole time?
No, I haven't
Braden
bloody
just,
had
like,
the stone the
shrugged
whole
and it's
time.
like, well, we don't need to scry that. I missed with what?
She said, no, I haven't. I didn't have the bloody stone the whole time.
I think so.
When?
So-
How?
What is this? The delivery system of that anti-magic whatever that
So you do
Constance
know.
mentioned?
We know vague details.
Yes, this is an explosive device.
An not just anti-magic, explosive.
I feel
In
like
my
that doesn't
world,
blend well
what's
with
the
the city.
difference?
One does damage, the other one, like, stops people from doing magic.
This does both.
This does both.
I take like 3 steps away from it.
This does both. Well, you said you're almost finished. I see some absolutely beautiful bread on that third tray. I recommend trying it.
She looks boredly over at the food and looks back at you.
If you
Feel
take a bite,
finished?
we'll shut up.
I can make it taste better if that's an issue.
I doubt you could.
I have the means.
No, I don't deny that you have the means. I doubt you could make it taste better.
I can go get some butter.
She probably has
Pulls out a bottle of wine. I'm
crusty too.
Where the
Would.
fuck did you get the bottle of wine? Wait a minute.
He
I
had
did
it a while
say I
ago,
was
I'm sure.
joking after it. I did say I was joking.
Somebody
okay.
had a bottle of wine at some point.
I
do have
have
a bottle of whiskey.
Lady Blackstaff, with all the respect you have earned and are deserving of, you need to sit down, take a moment to yourself, eat and rest, because you are nothing to this city if you are on the brink of killing yourself over some work.
It's me or Manchun. And it is that simple.
It will inevitably be Manchun. But you need to take at least 5-10 minutes to eat and bring yourself back
When
down.
Captain Averil has the stone, I will consider my labor finished.
Looks back at the stone, so that's not it.
She said it wasn't.
No, that's
Right.
a decoy.
That's the bomb.
Rockham looks like his
She has
head
set
hurts.
us up the bomb.
So we still need to find the stone then.
With deepest respect to your organization and the periphery organizations to whom you belong, this is a delicate device.
And I'm assuming you're only going to allow my brother to use that.
What? No.
You see her look at Rockham, and she just goes,
Back up
No.
more steps.
No.
Not,
God, no.
not blood brother Pierce. I'm talking about Pierce.
His heart like almost seized.
his sacrifice will be remembered.
Hold.
Nice.
No.
Sacrifice.
No, none of that.
He's
I
already
think
agreed.
Braden slightly cuts in. It's like, would it not be better someone without magic? Using
Someone,
it.
I-
someone without magic
little
may not
magic.
survive.
Fair enough.
How about
So it should be someone who
buying?
can.
How about buying a Nimblewright? Huh? You could use one of those.
Manchun is expecting Captain Averil, and Captain Averil has already agreed.
You've said I'm sorry.
That's not his choice to make.
I think like Braden looks over at Rockham and it's like, it kind of is.
Yes, it kind of is his choice if he
He
wants.
doesn't get to go off and kill himself. That's not how this works.
She
I
said
don't-
someone without magic would be killed.
Yeah, she said someone without magic might not
Still,
survive.
it's a fucking bomb.
It is a fucking bomb. You're right.
He
Yeah,
is a
like-
squishy wizard.
Rockham's grasp of magic is small at the moment, so to him, this big boom.
I mean,
Little-
that's what it is. It's a big boom.
Yeah.
There's no winner to the situation.
Waterdeep
Waterdeep at large.
wins.
Waterdeep at large wins because Manchun is gone, but it also loses
One of its best wizards.
one of its best wizards, possibly one of the best smiths in the city.
There's got to be a way around it,
And
right?
and what do you do about this anti-magic once it's there and the situation is over?
I assume it's gonna like whoop, and then like she makes a whoop, shrinking back in shape. Right?
Or dissipate after a while.
Isn't
No.
there something out there even that may take offense to this? Like,
This is the only way to defeat Manchun.
And I don't mean to insult, but you're sure of that.
I am
Wha-
not used to
you're-
being challenged, even by those equal to my station. But yes, I am certain.
I
well,
want to insight that, just to be sure.
Feel free.
yeah.
We're talking about potentially Pierce's life. So.
All right.
Vajra, yes, I'm sure. The KnightLites.
So, okay. So,
Yeah.
Salk, Connie, and Brayton. She's sure. Rock, I think you've heard this before. You've heard this, like, this is the only way. I'm sure you've heard Paul say this.
Yeah.
You probably heard him say this when he left for war.
I think just out of habit in Giant, he just says there's always another way.
Does Vajra speak Giant? She might. Yes, she does. So she like narrows her eyes at you a little bit.
And he's like, eyes at the floor, just kind of 1,000-yard stare.
And she sighs. There may be another way. There may be 100 ways. But how many people will die while we search for them?
Why didn't you, like, make armor that's immune to magic?
Time?
And how much time has this taken?
What day is it?
Rattle off the
Exactly.
Aye.
Yeah, so you're out all day, and without missing a beat, she says 40 hours.
40.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You haven't slept or eaten in almost 2 days? How are you sure this will work? This will function properly then?
Because even if it fails, it explodes.
Kill. That's a great plan. If the magic in it doesn't go off properly, it just explodes, kills Pierce, and Manchun gets to skip away to screw Waterdeep another day.
Which is precisely why I'm not giving it to anyone but him.
I
I
have a
believe that
question.
Captain Everill will take the necessary precautions.
Why don't you do it? I just want to admit it. You know it better than you know it better than anyone in Waterdeep.
You are
Rock 'em.
completely right. However, if I am stripped of magic, then Waterdeep falls to the next threat.
I think, like,
And I'm assuming you don't have a successor yet.
I did. If Captain Averill had not volunteered, I would have had to ask that successor.
Rockham's in the situation like he's not okay with it, but he doesn't know the
I'm-
alternative.
I'm sorry, that was worded funky. To me, that sounds like Pierce was.
No, if Pierce
Pierce stepped up.
doesn't follow through with this, then she has to ask her successor.
Pierce sort of stepped up before that chance was asked.
Correct.
So. Looking over to Connie, did Pierce mention that part to you?
Out of character, I don't remember.
No.
Yes, no, maybe? I don't remember.
So he just planned on potentially just dying without telling any of us what the plan was.
I'm gonna sock that little bastard.
It's definitely a conversation to be had.
When
I need to think.
Captain Averill has located Manchun and detonated the device, I have measures in place to portal in reinforcements. Should take less than a minute.
Does that include a healer?
She looks at Connie.
I'd like to insight that real quick.
Yeah, that's
Feel free, feel free.
reinforcements as in to get the body, or reinforcements as in to back him up.
Yeah, right? Well,
Wow, these rolls are.
yeah,
fantastic.
Sock, your rolls tonight are unreal. Connie, you too. She hasn't figured that out yet? Sockum? Or Rockham?
I can see. So that's the part you're still working on then.
I meant more in terms of if it's going to be a permanent anti-magic, then how?
Right.
But
What do you mean, how?
How
no,
are
that
you?
was out of character commentary.
Oh.
It is a good question though.
I'm
better-
out of character. I'm trying to suss out if this is a permanent thing or a temporary thing.
We've been told, or you were told by Pierce, because Pierce was told.
Yes, but she heard it well, not third hand, but she
Yeah.
heard it second hand, so she's kind of fuzzy on the details.
And you don't know who these reinforcements are yet. Why not us? If Pierce is going in there, we may as well be the ones to back him up.
Why not indeed? You think you're capable?
Another question. If this field, is this anti-magic, whatever you want to call it, if it's supposed to strip Manchun and our brother of his magic, what happens to others that go in?
Is it a temporary thing? Is it a you're fucked for life?
Providing the artifact works the way that it's supposed to, then those entering the field will be incapable of producing magical effects. This should... this limitation should be removed if you leave the area. Which means Banshun will have to be dealt with at the epicenter.
What
And
about
quickly.
what about persisting magical effects? What if something like that entered?
Like your axe,
Exactly my thought. What's going to happen?
Azure Edge, that's the name.
I believe it would be returned to a dormant state until it was removed.
I see.
So, nap time.
Something like that.
What, are you next going to ask us to bring you his metal arm as proof we've accomplished the mission?
What are you, mercenaries?
I'll tear him to pieces if that's what it takes.
From the sounds of things, you're asking us to act like suicide soldiers. Pierce, primarily.
Captain Averill volunteered.
And if he
Regard-
volunteered, then so did we. That's how the NightLites work, right?
Then yes, bring me his arm.
You offered.
I guess that's fair. I did.
I'll bring you his left toe if you ask for it.
All I'll say is if I bring that arm, it better not go to waste, and you better be prepared to compensate my brother.
You
If
say
he's not-
you better, and Vajra holds her hand out, and the staff flies across the room and into her hand like Mjolnir. Excuse me?
Nice.
It's an emotional topic.
Absolutely, all due respect. You're frustrated. I'm frustrated. This is a tense situation. My word choice is very fucked.
One of us has fireball prepared.
I'm sorry, what did she say?
She said one of us
Fireball.
has fireball prepared.
I absolutely believe that. And I'm not saying any of this in a disrespectful manner. I'm just saying.
In Rockham's smoothest attempt to change the topic, he says, "So when is this planning to happen?"
I'm assuming as soon as we get that stupid stone.
Yes, when Captain Averill arrives to produce the stone, and you have found where the meeting is to take place, you can proceed.
No doubt, our good friend Manshun will have already heard some of this. Either that or the weird one.
I assure you, no one can scry on this laboratory.
There was a gazer following us
Yeah,
for
the
quite some time, apparently.
invisible
I took
thing.
care of.
So Vajra, sighs. Captain Averill informed me that all of you are from out of town. I'm
Yeah.
trying not to take this personally.
I see. Got it. I think I got it.
Right.
Cool.
I 100% believe it is next to impossible to scry inside these labs because, god damn, this is the epicenter of
She
magic.
holds up her finger. No. We encourage our participants to practice scrying in the laboratories. We want... So, no, the statement that it is next to impossible to scry in the labs is false. I said this laboratory.
Yeah, the room we're standing in.
I'm going to assume that's because you made... So this is extra safe.
Precisely. There is nothing here. I would know.
Gotcha.
Well, that's good.
Good to know.
That is the first properly reassuring thing I've heard so far.
So far,
Aside-
yeah.
Aside from you're sure that this will work. Which I'm still nervous about because my brother might die.
Do healing potions work in this zone that you're making?
That I'm not sure of.
For that matter, will I even be able to access my will?
Your what?
Your what?
Or what?
I had it explained to me that rage is like reaching into a well and pulling out water.
Okay,
I
but what does that
guess
have to do with a
When
bear?
I become a bear, that's when I get angry, and that's when I'm reaching into the well.
Is it a connection with something? That sounds like a magical effect, if you don't mind me saying.
The bear form is Rockham.
Spiritual part.
Rockham also has it.
Yes,
We-
Wolf form.
You
Yeah.
won't be able to do that within the zone.
I wonder if you did it outside and then ran in.
It would
Probably just
dissipate.
Refit.
Diminish.
Probably.
Which means I'll be going in old school.
With a
Man.
machete.
We have some machetes and axes and spears.
You know what? I haven't used my machete in a long time. That's not a bad idea. Use this new shield and a machete.
I think he used it at dinner one time.
So, while you guys are talking, there's this massive rush of wind,
Oh,
and a portal opens in the back of the room, and Vajra is immediately like on her feet with the black staff out, and you hear her say something like, "How in the fuck?" And then you see this old dude step out. He's got a big white beard. He's bald. He's got like these. He looks a little bit like the classic dungeon master, like the red and gold robes.
Oh man, that's a reference.
Damn. That thing that
And-
kind of was for a while.
And he steps out. Papers go everywhere. And with a portal phase, Vajra like sighs. The dude is already talking. He says, "I'm telling you, there's something about that place, Vajra. I can't." Oh, am I interrupting?
who is this?
Make a history check.
Okay. Asking the room mainly, but
Nice one.
Okay.
history not my strong suit.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Brayden, you're rolling.
Yes, that actually, that very much tracks.
I'll take my hand off my
Okay.
weapon
Yeah.
handle
So
at this point.
none of you know who this is.
Oh, this is just
Just-
vomit.
Just
And-
some old fucker. Alright.
And Vajra
Raises-
sighs, and she says, "Yes, Lord Elminster, you're interrupted."
Oh shit.
Is this your apprentice?
You say, "Is this your apprentice?" And they both, like, Elminster
Welcome
starts
wouldn't know the
laughing his
difference.
ass off, and Vajra puts a hand to her face, and she goes, very quietly, she goes, "Don't encourage him."
Rockham hasn't really researched nobility and all that, so.
And I think the old dude like walks across the room, and he says, "No, I'm not apprentice of the blacksmith. My name's Elminster, the greatest mage of all time."
I thought
Walks
Right.
head to the side.
he like turns and points at Vajra. Wait, I thought you said you.
Vajra just gestures.
Listen, I'm not very smart, so one of you is gonna have to clear this up.
Brayden just shrugs down.
I'm afraid I don't have enough time to clear this up because Maestra is looking for me. But Vajra, listen, there's a dead zone in the forest. There's got to be something there. So teleport to it, Lord Elminster. I tried! That's where I was! I can't get within 100 miles of the place.
Oh my god, I know exactly what this is too.
I'm sorry. Dead zone?
Yeah, like a bunch of dead people, or?
No, a place where magic doesn't work.
Looks at Vajra.
Looks over at the ball
Vajra.
thing.
Different type of dead zone. He's talking about... What? It's a logging hamlet, if anything, Elminster. There's nothing there. Then why is it so well protected, Vajra?
Oh.
Maybe they like their logs.
Is this
I think we're on the same track.
It's
I think.
like Brayden slightly like puzzled look. Is this maybe spell plague dead zone?
This came about after the spell plague. I thought that too. Are these your new apprentices, Vajra? No, they're not affiliated with Blackstaff Tower. Elminster,
Yet.
you're in the evocation lab, and there is an explosive device not 5 feet over there. Do you mind? Oh, and you guys didn't notice it until he gets rid of it, but this like aura in the room dissipates.
Wait, what
Sorry.
was-
what
Force of habit. The point is, I cannot get through the dome.
Have you tried walking?
I'm
Have
sorry?
you tried stabbing it?
Have you tried walking or riding a horse?
you could
That
probably
would
get
take
there by just taking
Days
a
on
cart.
foot. I can't get anywhere near the place.
I mean, that doesn't sound like too
I'm
bad
sure
of a
this means
situation.
nothing to you, but there's a secret in Amber Ridge. I'm certain of it.
Fuck.
You probably just stop again. Wait, what?
Excuse you.
Can you repeat that?
Sorry,
I'm
what did
sorry.
you say?
Hold on. Did you say Ambridge?
I did.
You don't want to go there. I've heard stories.
Immediately, Vajra looks at you like you don't know what the fuck you just did. And okay,
Let's ride this train.
I've decided that Elminster is voiced by Jonathan Frakes.
Oh.
Yes.
That's fair.
So he just grabs a chair, spins it backwards, and sits in it. Tell me everything you know.
And there goes the timer.
We're kind of in a rush.
Braden missing every cue as usual just goes, first of all, we're kind of from there.
Shit. Okay. We're just doing this thing.
Guess we're doing this today.
Give the old man your address. Why not?
All right, gonna roll with that. That's right. We from there, born and raised. We escaped nearly with our lives.
Oh, here we go. Okay,
What?
Well, I'm just gonna let Sokkum go. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
go, Sokkum. All right.
Let him ride
Let's
this
do
train.
this.
I got water to sip.
Caverns with dragons, bandit castles carrying millions with.
Make a performance check.
Seems
I'm
reasonable.
going to give him disadvantage for the simple fact that Braden's looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, see, you're not actually going to give him disadvantage because Elminster is buying it.
Oh my god! If I had inspiration, I'd use it.
Oh,
Wait,
trust me, you do.
I'd use it for advantage right now if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
You want to call every adventurer in Waterdeep down on our town.
That's gonna be the
Okay.
next campaign at this rate.
So, okay, so you go spinning this wild yarn, and when you finished, Elminster looks at Vajra and he says, I knew it! I knew there was something awful there. Gather Force Grey, we must move immediately.
Kanye is just giggling hysterically.
That was the entirely wrong direction. And that's Sokkum. His voice just tips upward like, that was the wrong way.
There really is nothing.
And in a horrible attempt to save this, Rockham just pipes up. I've heard it's awfully boring there.
Yeah. He like looks at him and goes, I was telling you to go left down the road, and now you're trying to go right. Please go left.
So Vajra's like rubbing her forehead, and she sighs, and she says, Lord Elminster, that one is a harper.
Wow, okay, just call me out harder.
Everyone has at this point. It's
Just
fine.
at me next time.
Yeah, right? Elminster says,
All right,
good
fine. You
show,
want to
Master Troubadour. And he like reaches into his robes, and he pulls out something, and he flicks his hand, and he throws it to you. And nothing comes out of his hand, but you feel your coin pouch get heavier.
Classy.
I just
Nice.
quietly clap from the corner.
Okay. What? Hang on. What did you just do?
Do you look? Do you look in?
He's like checking his purse.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cut gemstones in there now.
Holy sh! Okay.
So none of you actually know anything about Amberridge. Of course not. It's so
No,
far
what-
from here.
Yeah, it's
We
a long
are
ways off from what I've heard.
we are actually from there, but it's kind of a boring
Fucking
village.
son of-
It's
Yeah,
honestly
there's
just a
really
boring
nothing
little
out there.
village. Really, it's just a boring village.
Why does it have magical protection on it, the likes of which I have never seen? The likes of which I can't bypass.
I'll put money on it that it's Pierce's mom.
Now
you
Vajra's
sure
looking
you're-
at you.
Are you sure you're not reading the map wrong?
Uh,
It's happened to me plenty of
I'm
times.
not
just, you know.
using a map, my boy. I
How
am
did you?
following the magical flow of time. Speaking of which, I should be going. I'll get there eventually. We will suss out in the bottom of this. I'm going to get as close as I can, and just gone.
Did that make no sense to anyone else looking around the room?
I'd let Braden
Vajra's
just
rubbing her
gesture to the
temples
guy
with
walking
both
beside-
hands, like, ugh.
Fuck.
I think Connie's making whatever the Waterdevian equivalent, well, not Waterdeep, whatever the setting equivalent of looking at your watches.
Yeah, right? I think Vajra turns to Sokkum, and she says, Master Harper, it is my turn to speak respectfully of your station.
Ooh, fun.
Has anyone ever told you that you talk entirely too much?
Yeah.
Yes.
Daily.
Repeatedly.
There's a daily.
Sometimes it works and then goes the wrong way. Sometimes
Not
it
only does Elminster now know your faces, but he knows you're from Amberridge, which means if he won't give up this pet project, he's going to become asking you for information.
I
Luckily,
really,
there's not much to tell.
The
Yeah,
things
that's really-
that
it's
follow
really-
Elminster
it's an
are not
uninteresting.
to be trifled with.
It's an uninteresting village. I'll give him the information if he wants. There's really nothing.
It is not
there.
Elminster that concerns me. It is the beasts that follow him.
I'm sorry.
Are they?
Precisely. Now,
So we don't give him anything.
I'm
Got it.
not entirely a priestly sort, but Elminster has been to a great many places, including the Nine Hells, and has...
It sounds like you're leading up to the fact that he bedded Maestra.
He wishes.
Which is nice.
I believe he wants her spot, more accurately, but no, I'm leading up to the fact that at least 3 divines want his head and have sent hunting parties after him, to say nothing of the myriad lesser entities, and I use lesser here procedurally, who are hunting him with their own means, to say nothing of mortals and mercenaries and crazed fans. You have just blundered into something the likes of which you cannot recover from.
Oh boy.
I think
mean, he said he
Braden
can't get to it, so-
gestures around them. It's like we've done that before.
Yeah, it's
I think
kind of our thing at this point.
I think Sockham's actually 1,000 yards staring the ground. Like, oh fuck. There's no plan for this
Where
one.
precisely did Amberridge get the means for this magical tomfoolery?
We haven't a clue. It's the first we've heard of it.
I was able to do magic in the village. Tristan taught me.
Well done. Nice name drop.
Well done.
She
Letting
already,
it all out today.
she already knew about that.
Oh, she did.
So why
Oh, shit.
would one of the most powerful magical beings on our realm not be able to go there?
No idea.
Braden just kind of shrugs.
Like I said, I'd put money that it was Pierce's mom, but I don't think she's actually that powerful.
My grandma might know something, but I can't really ask her right now.
I just look at Rockham and I don't or Sockham. Jesus.
Piercicle's mother is... what?
Mom might know a thing or two about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
She knew everything.
Can you ask them, please? And leave me to my work?
Yeah,
As soon as we can.
far away.
You were looking
Once-
for a scrying device.
Yes.
I will give it to you if you ask them why bloody Elminster cannot get near them.
If we can find a way to ask them easily and quickly, sure.
You can always send a
Probably just-
letter.
Scrying
someone with it.
device.
Wait, Scrying's two away?
I have the
Scrying.
means for scrying to be 2 ways, yes.
Then, sure. Deal made. Please eat something, though.
No,
You,
no,
you
seriously,
look over and one of the sandwiches has a bite taken out of it. She just raises an eyebrow at you.
Fair play.
All right, you know what? When I did that when I was little, I was called a smartass, but you're actually very dangerous. And I'm not.
Master Harper, what leads you to believe that I'm not a smartass?
Oh!
His station, mostly.
You know what? I like you more every time we interact.
What part of me casting Gaius on your sister led you to believe that I'm not a smartass?
If I can procure safety away from Mert, I swear to God, I really want to join. I
Not even
just
gonna touch that one.
Leave the
I
old
just-
goat to me. I'll get you a badge right now.
well, it's my safety.
As I said, leave the old goat to me.
But what about Connie? She's the one in danger.
What?
as I understand it, he threatened to out the whole tiefling thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Pierce said they explained that. Did he not?
He explained that to us.
Yes, he explained it to you. I've been rather distracted of late, and I'm not only talking about the bloody bomb.
Like, if you can somehow save Connie from that situation, and me, then... But,
I can
Connie-
be sure that the Lord Mert can do absolutely nothing to you. And I can also make certain that he won't want to.
let's deal with that after the Manchun thing.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
If Miss Gambleson is in danger...
As long as Pierce doesn't... That was the bad part. Oops.
What was the bad part?
Bringing up Pierce. Fuck.
Don't
Never mind.
make me force you, because I'm very tired. As long as Percival doesn't... What? And she pointedly,
Okay.
picks up half the sandwich.
Okay, so see, the deal was, Pierce, to your perspective, finds nothing in the investigation and gives me leads on everything he finds. I report to Mert. Harper's get the credit for the case being solved.
The Vault of Dragons or the Fireball?
Yes, is the short answer.
I see. Well, and the stick to the carrot is your safety. She's looking at
Connie's.
Connie. Why
I'm
didn't
sorry,
you
I'll
come
be
to
right
me
back.
immediately? Why didn't you come to me immediately?
Because I was very scared, actually.
Didn't know it was an option.
Takes a bite of the sandwich.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm very dumb. I'm very hard to scare. Mert
I've noticed, not at all.
has traveled across the room
Let me
in the
make
amount of
something very
time
clear.
it takes me to
If I come back, and that stone is not in its housing, I will turn all of you into vermin.
I almost wanted the inside to think she could do that, but she could probably do that.
Do
If
I
you're-
make
if-
myself clear?
Don't touch the thingy.
Perfectly.
Got it.
You may inform Percy that you have access to any divination tools that you require, with supervision, but they are not to be removed from the premises. She stands up, kind of shrugs out of the lab coat, takes the goggles and gloves off, casts prestidigitation on herself, and fixes her outfit up. Turns, waves her hand, a portal opens, and as she steps through, you hear her say, "Lord Mert!" and the portal closes.
Oh god.
So, since I was AFK, I'm gonna say Rockham spaced out. So what was that about?
I've just made a more critical mistake than Elminster. Oh lord.
What
I'm
did you do?
back.
I had to space out for a moment.
My bear, please save me.
Did she finally eat something?
I take it you and Mert are no longer a thing.
I'm going to assume this as well. I'm also going to assume myself. I'm going to start assuming myself a member of the Black Staff.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. This is
I told Vajra about the deal Mert made with me and Pierce and about you, and now she's off talking to him.
Oh no.
feels like we're making more enemies than friends in this city.
Yep, things are going very badly all of a sudden, and I'm oh boy.
Well, once we save Tracer, Jesus. once we save Lawrence, I'm all for ditching this place. But
Yeah, you know what?
I know some of you have connections.
In the long run of things, what's
Tracer?
what?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, hey, if I'm a Black Staff, that means Azure Edge can come with. Probably.
I'm gonna let you and... What are we supposed to call her? I know her name's Vaja, but there's like a title name.
Archmage
Or
Safar or
Blackstaff.
the Blackstaff?
She's
Okay.
Archfade, Yusufar, Lady Blackstaff, the Blackstaff.
What I was
Lord
gonna say
Blackstaff.
was, I'll leave that between you and Archmage. That seems like a...
It's like, he
seems
like
too
put-
much for me. So,
steps over and puts his hand on Rockham's shoulder. If I disappear in this city, please God, find Grawl and redeem them.
Hey, Brightwin.
Mhm.
Her surname is very far from Southern California. Safar.
Zafar. Got it.
Shit. I bet.
I mean, if you disappear, I'm gonna tear this whole city apart to find you. So, you know,
Alright, so, okay, so we can go.
scry, I suppose.
Well, let's go find us some missing bodies then.
So, Brayden,
Mm-hmm.
you want to steal the stone?
If he even goes near it, I'm gonna tackle
Would
him.
you like to steal the stone, Brayden?
Do I look like I have a suicide fucking pact?
Yes!
I mean,
No!
I mean, all I'm saying is you have advantage on stealth checks. You could just swipe that stone while your family is bickering.
And then we all become ferrets.
Borrow from my dad. Let me think about that. No.
I will tackle you into next week if that's
I'm just
easy.
saying it's completely in character for Brayden to steal this and then immediately go to Manchun. I'm just saying.
I believe
you're
this
a
is what
bastard.
we call schmuck
I mean,
bait.
yes, I am a bastard, but it's true.
A little bit.
Honestly,
Brayden be like, you lot, I have something I need to go do. I'm gonna go take care of it, and then gone.
okay, one,
And
I
we all
don't know
get
where to
turned
find
into
my
mice.
shoot. Two, I don't actually have a fucking stone. The stone.
You do, yeah. It's right over there in a magnetic field. Just go pick it up.
You have the stone, but you don't have the stone.
Do you have the stones?
Point being, what I was
Can't see
going
it,
to
but I'm
fucking
fingering it.
was ask so far as like, why does it need to be permanent? I get it being massive to stop Manchun from being able to go anywhere, but permanent seems a bit overkill.
Well, she's gone.
I feel
so-
like yeah, I feel
don't-
like that's her problem to work out.
Okay, so
Either way, I'm not taking the stone.
Coward.
Alright, then let's.
You
Go
can call
see.
me a coward all you like. I'd rather be smart than a coward.
Okay. Hey, Brayden.
What?
Take the stone, or I'm giving you inspiration.
wait, what?
Did I stutter?
I've already got.
Could you repeat that?
Oh, you already have inspiration?
Take the stone, or I'm giving you inspiration.
Correct.
Win-win. Don't take the stone, take the inspiration.
I've already got inspiration though.
Well,
so
rip.
Well, you got it again. You have a fresh one.
You got a fresh one.
Shall we go see about scrying then?
Still not take the thing.
What did I miss?
Brayden stole the stone and ran off.
We all got turned into mice. The campaign's over. GG, boys.
Oh, okay, bye.
Yep, you know. Anyway.
So much for the follow-up campaigns.
I hate. Right. It's a good idea, Kip. Except for the fact that I don't know if it's actually ready to be able to do the thing that it needs to do.
Yeah, but Brayden doesn't Brayden is Brayden. Like,
If you push all the buttons, something will happen.
true. Oh, and just it doesn't have to be Brayden, by the way. If any of you want to go take the stone, just let me know.
I'm not touching that thing.
I'll admit, I had the thought like 10 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, it's right there. You are alone. Nobody can scry on this room.
Yeah, I'm good. Faith in Pierce to not get himself killed.
You can save Lawrence, Rockham.
Fuck you, kid. God damn it. Yeah, I know what you're doing,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it works.
I'm
So fuck
sorry.
you.
Sockham is not going to take that chance. He got threatened of being turned into a rat.
I think most of the people in the room would see Rockham like stare at it for like 5 or 6 seconds, thinking about it, and then he goes out the door.
Okay. All right. So you guys all leave.
Close
Yeah.
the door behind us.
Yep. You head back downstairs, and before you get to the front desk, you pass some like students going about the business, and they're just laughing, and one of them says, "The Harpers are so screwed."
Oh, God.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, so you stop. They're like, "I'm sorry, what?" They turn, and one of them says, "Oh, sorry, Headmistress Jafar just went off to Waterdeep Castle. Not looking good for the Harpers."
How do you know about that? Happened behind a closed door.
They look at each other and start laughing. Like
Oh,
you said something really funny.
What did
Oh, shit.
What did I
Crying?
say?
They stop, and one of them like reaches out placatingly, right? And he says, sorry, we're studying divination."
I'm sorry. Are you saying you bypassed Lady Blackstaff's wardings?
What? No, we were spying on Waterdeep Castle.
Oh,
Ah.
oh,
Ah,
that makes way more sense.
That makes a lot more sense.
well, I believe we have someone to us.
Hey, you guys are studying. Actually, let's go talk.
I just start pushing.
Yeah, he's like,
let's go.
No.
he's like, no, this is a better plan.
You get back to the front desk. The frog is gone, and now there's like a Snoopy style hound dog sitting in a chair behind the desk.
Sounds adorable, just saying.
And
Must
just like
resist the
looks
urge
at
to
you as
pet.
you walk up. It does that thing where it stops panting when there's a new like humanoid in its presence. And just watching the four of you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Blink.
Another familiar, yay.
Hi,
Oh no, this one is not like echoing magic voice. This is the dog.
hi. You're really cute. I like you.
Malcolm mumbles under his breath.
Thank
"I
you,
need
but
to
you're
use
not my
carrots."
type, really.
Well, no, I mean you're a dog, so cute puppy.
And you're a bear. What of it?
Ooh. Clever.
Interesting.
It's the first time I've actually ever been called a bear.
You smell like one. And that one smells like a wolf. And that one smells like... It like pulls back a little bit. The abyss?
Don't.
Oh!
It's a long story.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. Let's talk about you. You're interesting. What's your name?
Or the scrying that we're here for.
Sky?
Percy said he'd be here not long after we came back.
Yeah, Percy said
so-
something about Sky. Do you want me to go get him?
Sure.
And dog hops off the chair and just starts walking away.
As he walks away, I turn to sock him. I almost said rock him. Goddamn. 2 times today. Jesus. And turn to sock him. Interesting as that is, probably should be in a hurry.
Well, yeah, but Percy said he'd be back, but a moment after
He can
after
hurry.
we got here.
I don't see a problem here.
Wait, didn't he say it would take about an hour?
Yeah, but you were with Vajra for about an hour.
Well, that works out then.
So, we just wait for a moment, I suppose.
So, a little bit later, Percy walks up, followed by the dog. And they seem to be having an argument because Percy is carrying like a box of pastries. And like as they're walking up, the dog is like, "Give me one." "No." "Give me one." "No." "Give me one." "You'll get fat." "What's fat?" "Ugh."
Can I have one?
Can I have one?
I
please?
like this dog.
Oh, it's you.
Would you mind if I had one?
Not at all. They're for you. Oh, so they can
Yeah.
get one.
I'm gonna take one and feed it to the dog.
Percy does that gif of the dude raising a finger and then back down.
Oh.
Oh, that's your only one.
Can I have one? I promise I won't give it to him.
Jesus.
Connie takes one and she's just like, "Thank you, Percy." Nom nom nom.
These yes, here. It just passes you the box.
Sweet.
And then I'll
And
take
you, Cinnamon, get back to the desk. You're on duty. Fine. Dog trots
So-
off.
So your name is Cinnamon. Neat.
He's trying to get knighted. We're trying to help him.
I'm sorry, Sir Cinnamon.
Precisely.
That sounds amazing. I am in full support. I don't know how knighting works, but if he needs backers, I am one of them.
So, might I speak above my station for just a moment?
You can speak as plainly as you want with us.
What the fuck did you do?
Oh wow!
Well, on the good news, we got Lady Blackstaff to eat.
She's not
On-
here.
Yeah, she went-
I was getting to that. On the bad news, this slug set her on a murderous rampage against Lord Murt.
She went to the
Hopefully not murderous,
castle.
but
Lord Mert is officially stationed in the stateroom of the Lord of Waterdeep.
Oh, good. So she just charged right in like I did that. And I bet that goes so fantastically for them. Oh god, I'm gonna die.
you're gonna die.
So, on that note, did you get permission?
Yeah, she said we could use whatever scrying apparatus we needed with supervision.
And what do you require?
We heard there's a way to make scrying two-way.
Yes, a combination of clairvoyance and sending.
She demanded that we do that.
I'm going to warn you, the apparatus is rather ridiculous.
That shouldn't be too bad. After that, we'll need regular scrying.
Aye. Well,
Also, have you met us? We live with ridiculous.
I suppose we can use the Archmage's office, as she's not currently inhabiting it, and she'll probably want to speak with me when I get back anyway, so, this way, please. And he turns and opens a portal and gestures.
Braden will step through.
He steps
Still
back
sock.
into the office. The combination, like, business office and sitting room that Vajra keeps. Percy doesn't come with you immediately, but as you guys are getting settled, he comes in and he's carrying like a mirror in one hand and literally like a 1940s headset in the other.
Oh wow.
Oh boy!
Like literally black plastic and metal. Like you've never seen the like of it before. And he just holds it up, it's got a big cord dangling off of it. He says, "See, I told you, completely ridiculous."
That looks blatantly stupid.
It's incredibly stupid. It's also heavy. You need to wear it on your head. You just hold it out.
Okay.
I think Connie tries it on first, and like the bar goes across her face instead of over her head.
Yeah, right, because you can't, because your horns. Exactly, yeah. And it's, that's actually a headrest, apparently. It's... I'm sorry. The individual who originally created this item was a bit touched, but it works a treat.
Hands it to Sock.
Yeah, I got this.
You're up, big guy.
Who's gonna put it on? This feels so stupid. Why does it feel so awful on my ears?
I have no idea. Point is, and he holds up the mirror, who do you want to contact?
My mother.
I see. And where is she?
Amber Ridge.
Yeah.
Where?
All right. Try to reach out, I suppose, and we'll see if she picks up. You hear a phone ringing in the headset.
Oh my God. I love this. This is so dumb.
It's so stupid.
It's classic.
Stupid.
I
and
am
great.
100% gonna use this.
It's one of those old phones that just goes brrr, brrr.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow, that's the really old shit.
Yeah, right? Only Sogum can hear it.
100% gonna use this if I ever get the chance. This
You're
is
welcome.
An amazing
You're
idea.
welcome. Feel free to add that to your GM notebook. I am such an asshole. Roll a D100 for me, and call high or low.
Come on, mama. I'm gonna call high.
Okay. Cool. So you rolled a 14. So I think what you get is... We're sorry. The line you are attempting to reach is not available at the moment. Please call back or try again. Etc. Etc.
Well,
it
it's not
working?
amazing.
Just
All right.
over his shoulder. Is it working?
Yeah, right?
Well, I'll be frank. I don't think Ma is magically inclined enough to know what's going on. So no.
Or it could be about the thing we just learned.
Could be, but I'm gonna try Pierce's mom.
Okay.
Okay.
Whose name escapes us.
Viv.
It's...
I don't know if we ever named her.
No, she has a name. It's... I keep wanting to say Henrietta, that's not right. It's...
No,
That's the chicken.
That's your chicken, yeah.
I want to say it's Vivian, but it might be something
Viviette.
slightly
It's
different.
Viviette. It's a
Viviette,
Forgotten
thank
Realms
you.
version of Vivian, yeah. Thank you. So you're gonna try Viviette?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make the roll again, and then call high or low. But this is a different type of roll. Henrietta picks up anyway.
Hi.
Henrietta is the voice, Vader. Okay. So you did not roll within the 30 that you needed to hit for it to not work. So you're good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it rings, and it rings, and it rings, and then eventually, Pierce's mom, now, you know, older, she's got, like, some gray in her hair, her glasses are a bit thicker, like, picks up, she's outdoors, you recognize it immediately, she's, like, near the front of the town, in, like, a picnic spot, basically. She likes to go out there and read. And she picks up, and you can see that she's holding the view of the mirror, like, in her hand, like somebody's on a video call. So it's probably, like, the book that she was reading. And she
Nice.
squints for a second, and she says... Okay, she says, Sockham Red Azuma, what is that on your head?
This is apparently an apparatus that combines, what was it? Clairvoyance and sending? I agree, it's very stupid.
You look ridiculous. Where's my son?
Uh-oh.
He's currently at
Not in school is where he's not.
No.
Fucked it.
I have half a mind to come to Baldur's Gate or Port Nyanzara or wherever the deuce you are.
Wow.
That. I'm not gonna mention that. Anyway. I had a question.
Only
Why is-
one? I'm shocked.
Well, no, I have a couple, but I have one that I am required to ask.
By who?
Lord Blackstaff?
Voucher Safar the Blackstaff.
She squints.
Uh-oh.
Why is there a 100-mile dead zone of magic around the village?
Okay, so what's great about this is Sockham is the only one who can see anything in the mirror. So,
Mind you, as he was saying this, he was like slowly looking away.
Sockham,
Mhm.
have you... sorry, Gamzee, have you ever played Animal Crossing?
No, but I've seen an awful lot.
Okay, do you know that, like, yellow impact surprise thing that Animal Crossing characters do?
Yeah.
Vivian does that.
Oh,
no.
dear.
And then she, like, turns a little bit pink just under her eyes, and she says, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, shit.
Well, Elminster certainly does.
You see both her eyebrows go up, and then she, like, swallows very hard. I think there's a problem with the apparatus, Sockham. I can't hear you.
You don't have to actually be able to answer that question. I was required to ask, and if you don't know, that's not an issue.
I
mean, it's an issue, but it's not really ours.
Why does the current Blackstaff, Archmage Voucher Safar, want to know precisely?
Because Elminster showed up complaining about it, and then she got...
Why does
Why he-
Elminster, Lord of the Seven Magical Realms, chosen of Maestro, want to know?
Out of character because he's a curious fuck.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, because he seems like
You see, the
as,
color is slowly draining from her face as she talks.
as Braden would put it, he seems like a curious git, and also because his magics couldn't pierce it.
You say the last part, and she starts to talk, and she stops, and she immediately brightens. She goes, "Oh, full Desperate Housewives."
Uh-oh.
Can he? Well, in that case, you can assure them that there's absolutely nothing for them here whatsoever, and they should stop trying, yes.
So you did erect it.
Sorry, there's a problem with the connection again. What did you say?
So you have absolutely no idea what happened.
Not at all.
Right. I
It
have.
gets worse than Pierce does.
he like side eyes Rockham. Like, I don't know what else I expected here.
For the record, I can only hear what Sockham's saying.
You can
right?
only hear what Sokum is saying out loud, yes.
And he just gives you a shrug, like, I don't know what's going on.
So I do have another question.
At the behest of the Blackstaff, no doubt.
Well, no, that was the only one I had to ask.
Oh, wonderful, then I don't need to answer it. She smiles at you in that, like, nope, I'm not dealing with your childish bullshit way.
It's quick.
When
Surprise.
Braden hits him on the shoulder, it's like you should tell her that Elminster's on his way.
Yeah, that's fair. He is trying to get in anyway, though.
Who?
Elminster. He's trying to get in anyway.
With what purpose? Do you know?
Find out why there's a 100-mile dead zone.
I think I should go and inform your father, Sokka. Will that be all?
Can you tell Ma I need her to pick up whatever this is?
I
don't think she knows what the hell this
She's
was, and
not
I tried
here,
calling her
Sokka.
first. She's not, huh?
No. Been out
What was
hunting
that?
all season.
Ah,
Gotcha, okay.
well,
Oh, can you ask her if she knows where Tristan went?
oh, sure. Do you know what Tristan is?
Not currently, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
He made it barely a 10-day after you left.
Not
Sounds
surprising,
about
honestly.
that sounds about right.
Connie, you can't hear her.
That was out of character.
Sounds about right. He looks at Connie. She says he didn't even make it a 10-day after we left.
Connie just makes like a little head gesture, yeah, yeah, that checks out.
Then
Well, handshake, of course.
you know what, Miss Avril? Why don't you tell Paul to answer, and I'll explain the situation to him. I need to have a few words with him anyway.
I
It'll go well.
I feel like that's an in-person conversation. I can hear his side of it. So.
yeah, you can hear his side.
Oh, he can absolutely suck it up if he doesn't want it. If he doesn't think, if he agrees with you.
Well, I need to tell him about Elminster. Anyway, but Sokkum, I should warn you. He's not well.
I expected. He's sick. Winter's
Sick
coming.
is not the word that I would use.
Rockham
Heartsick,
starts
maybe.
taking shits.
He's not
Wait,
taken to the
you-
solitude well.
We're
I
gone.
think-
Ma's gone. Perhaps a chat would do him good. But I can hold off on the important matters for later.
There's something else. Your
Mhm.
parents went out hunting together at the start of the season. Something to do with the children not around.
Sockham gets very serious looking.
The father comes back without her, assures us that she's fine, and his health gets progressively worse since then. And without Constance, I have a theory, but I'm not sure you want to hear it.
I'd like to.
I think he's got lycanthropy.
Looks pale and looks away, like the weird lip thing.
What gives you that idea?
he like looks at Rockham like.
I didn't hear any of that. That was that character.
Yeah, no, he like looks at Rockham like,
Is
Rock 'em
everything
again.
okay, Sock?
Confused expression.
So apparently Ma and Pa went hunting together. Pa came
As they do.
back. Pa came back, Ma didn't. Pa's been getting iffy, and
How long ago was that?
beginning of the season, Miss Averill thinks he may have lycanthropy.
Blink, blink.
That's longer than normal for her to be gone from the house, right?
No, she's usually on for a while.
Okay.
Rockham, he like does that gesture like pointing between himself and Rockham, like it's just not special. It's just like, do you think that this is like?
I have no idea what to think.
So he's probably in no sorts to talk anyway.
He's fine most days, just a bit slower.
Let's have a look at him. I don't doubt that. It's quite tiring.
Is Constance with you?
Yeah. She can't really wear this apparatus, as I'm sure you can imagine why.
No.
I can figure something out. What's up?
You can be middleman.
Yeah, he'll like hand. Well, this he'll like. I'm assuming Percy is still here.
Yeah, Percy's holding the mirror.
Oh, if
I
I
think-
hand her the headphones, will it or headphones?
I think she puts it on, but like the strap goes under her chin.
Yeah,
instead
right.
Of, like,
You
over
put it on upside down. Totally.
We need to find out. Make sure it doesn't
So
disconnect.
Connie, so Sockham, the mirror just turns back into a normal mirror for you. Connie, it throws up the image of the entrance to Amber Ridge at the like spring picnic spot, and Viviette's just like she's on her feet like packing things up while she's talking.
Hey, Viviette.
She perks up at the new voice. She looks at the camera, looks at the book she's holding, and she
Long
smiles.
time no
She's,
see.
They're looking well, Constance. How's the big city? How's the big city?
Chaos, but it's certainly interesting.
Do I have you to blame for my boy dropping out of school? I'll
no,
hex
I
your
think-
clothes if you had something to do with it.
No, I believe that is the accolades. Well, I'm not sure accolades is quite the right word, but he's certainly caught in the attention of Lord Blackstaff.
To herself, Viviette says... to herself, Viviette says, it's homeroom all over again. Vajra?
A lot of
She's
things.
on the grudge.
A lot of things are coming into place right now.
And then she clears her throat. She says, with Ayla off for the season and you not here, we're short a healer. What do I do about Andre?
Well, what are his symptoms?
I would say poisoning, but it's the slowest poison I've ever seen. Weeks between a change in symptoms.
Okay, you're gonna have to be more specific than that.
A loss of vigor,
Is he...
malaise, a lightening of the skin, lack of patience, an increase in frustration, difficulty breathing, bouts of sweating, fever, hallucinations, I believe visual and auditory, though not at the same time.
At what point in this list can I roll medicine?
Oh, whenever. It's
So,
actually not.
a
It's actually
character
not medicine.
just-
It's Arcana. But
Oh, I stand corrected.
nothing you've dealt with before.
Inspiration would give me a reroll, right?
Yes.
I will do just that.
Here's hoping.
You can actually have advantage on this because Viviette's helping you. Okay. It sounds like poison. But she said weeks. Poison is hours.
Poison is the only thing I can think of, but maybe it's
Some kind of curse?
Maybe
A
it's
wasting
like-
disease, perhaps?
just something eating. Like maybe there's what?
A wasting disease. Some kind of curse. I believe lycanthropy is a curse.
Lycanthropy.
She nods.
I don't know much about that. Looking at the twins. What makes you think it's lycanthropy?
Because she stops. They didn't tell you.
Tell us what.
Blinks a few times. I'm sorry, Constance. I assumed you would have been informed as soon as you became the healer. Ayla's a werewolf. ...
Question mark.
Fucking pardon?
She's
Your grandmother knew.
Yeah,
As does
that-
your
more
father.
things are-
He was not informed of this. That is good to know.
More things are starting to make sense.
Suddenly that makes a lot more sense. Okay. And you think something happened between them?
Likely. I don't think their marriage is in jeopardy, but they have been a bit strained with the twins gone.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. I don't know what to do about that. I'll have to
How do I
research
keep
it
him
and get back to
alive,
you.
Constance?
What?
How do I keep him alive?
That's what I'm saying. Do I know?
No.
I don't know. I gotta study this. I need to find out. I haven't dealt with that.
Can you get back in contact with me?
Yes. I'll
I'm
get
making
in
my way to
touch
the
with
lumber mill
you.
now.
What?
I'm going to go see Andre. Sockham asked me.
Okay.
A quick side note.
Yo.
I want to step aside so I'm not interrupting the conversation and just ask how long this whole thing lasts.
You're asking who?
Percy?
Thank you, yeah.
As
Just
long as you
quietly
need, as long as
whisper
you've got
how
the
long is it?
apparatus. And the other person is willing.
I just nod and let the conversation continue.
I think Connie pulls the herbal out of her bag and like starts paging through it. Like him. L's. Where's the L's? There's the L's. Flip. She's just like frantically looking for something, anything in her book.
Yeah, you've got how to kill a werewolf.
See, I don't think we want that.
Don't you kill my papa before I can beat his ass.
I don't know. I don't have anything in here.
You're in Waterdeep, yes?
Yeah.
Are you near Blackstaff Tower?
I'm literally in her office.
Of course. Tell her Viviette needs to know.
Uh-oh.
Understood. Okay, I can do that.
Well, go on, go tell her.
She's not here.
Hold on. Hands the thing over to whoever's nearest to take it and says, she says to go tell her something, like the lady, I tell Lord Blackstaff something like, right.
I mean,
That's going to be
Percy's here, but-
impossible.
I mean, ask Percy. He's here. He's probably
What is
The
it?
most knowledgeable out of all of us.
She said to tell her that Viviette needs to talk to her.
Percy shakes his head. Was that supposed to mean something?
Is this about? Is this about Paul?
Yeah.
Probably.
Percy.
We three need to talk privately.
First of all,
As you're holding out the earphones, you hear Viviette talking, Connie.
Sorry. What were you saying,
Oh,
Viviette?
I was just saying, make sure the boys don't take any mind-altering substances.
Right.
About 20 minutes, it's too late.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. I'll let them know.
let us know what.
Connie is clearly like flailing at this point.
Does somebody else want to take the headphones?
Yeah, I'll hold my hand out like if
Okay.
she needs a break.
This is the Connie. Shit.
Take it, put it on, feel
Yep.
like an idiot.
Yeah. So you step in front of the mirror, and Viviette's still talking.
What
and
about
she,
W's? Where? Flipping through the
Yeah.
page.
So she like starts when she sees a new face. She says, "Oh, welcome. You're looking well.
Been a while.
It's a few months, not that long. Have you
Hope
gotten
everything's going
taller?
well. Have I what?
Gotten taller.
A little bit.
I'm just going to go see your father now.
I see. Well, I've gotten bits and pieces of the conversation.
Well enough. I don't think he's in any danger of dying soon, but there's been a small incident, but Constance and I are taking care of it.
Well, once our business here is at least somewhat wrapped up, we can see about coming by.
You
Might take a
see
while,
her
but-
like pass through the fence that is the fence up to your house, Rock.
Mhm.
And she knocks on the door. There's a long wait, and then like an ashy looking, Kratos looking bearded Goliath like opens the door. You hear him say something, but you can't tell what he says. And Viviette says, "It's the children, Andre. Your son wants to speak with you." There's a pause, and then she passes the whatever she's looking at over to him. You see Andre's face. His eyes are sunken. His skin is like wrinkled and ashen. His beard is got more gray in it than the last time you saw him. He looks tired. He sees you and he nods, like just talk.
You look well,
I will survive, boy.
as always. I've learned a lot since going to Waterdeep. We're still here, but I heard that Ma left for the season to do her hunting, and frankly, they told me you weren't doing well.
There is strength in me yet.
Just looking, does he look like he'll survive a winter? Just from what I'm looking at. I know it might be hard to tell, but
He's not that sick.
okay.
He looks like he lost a fight and then tried to drink it off.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about.
I have
Is it
time.
Look over at Sokkum. Look back to the mirror. No point in beating around the bush. So, werewolf, huh?
Squints at you. You see him look off to the side, and you hear Viviette say something. You can't tell what she said. And then Andre looks back at the view, and he says, "That is why we came south."
Is that all?
He nods.
You know, I met somebody from Clan Tors. He told me a lot about, at least the public version of what had happened.
He's just
This-
listening. Your dad
Yeah.
is like a stone wall usually.
Yeah. That's fine. I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
They called you a coward, and frankly, they said they wanted your head, but obviously I told them to fuck off.
And this concerns me. Are they coming here?
Not that I'm aware of. It's
Then
too
it is
far.
not my concern.
I need to make sure that you'll be strong enough for a very long conversation when we get back. And he
Cannot
kind
have
of
it
looks down
now.
at his hands. Frankly, there's some of us that are in danger, so I can't stay here long.
Who is in danger, boy?
Lawrence has been missing for, out of character, 2 days?
A day and a half.
Day and a half. Been missing for a day and a half, but we're on his trail.
I know of
Some-
no better tracker.
Some powerful being of sorts named Manchun has him, and
You see
We're figuring it out.
recognition on his face for just a second when you say Manchun.
I don't think he comments on it.
And you're asking for advice.
Frankly, yeah. I can shoot arrows at him all day long, but I feel like he's more than that.
Viviette says something and Andre turns and you hear him say Manchun. And Viviette says something else and looks back. He says, "Listen carefully, boy.
He
That-
nods.
That is no man. It is a beast that wears the skin of a man. It has magic beyond your reckoning. It can rend your soul from your body.
Is it killable?
He turns, says something to Viviette. You hear Viviette respond. He looks back. With effort, yes.
Well, we've been making I wouldn't call them friends per se.
Mrs. Averill says there will be more than one.
Yeah. There's some powerful people on Waterdeep who are also moving along, not alongside us, but in tandem.
Nods.
No, I would say alongside us.
He doesn't see them as conversation flow.
What is the long conversation?
We might have this. I don't know if it's specifically lycanthropy, but it's. I can turn into a sort of wolf, and Sockham can do the same thing, but a bear. It's strong, but I don't understand it yet.
Tell him about how we went to Valorhome.
I'm getting to that.
Andre shakes his head in that way that he does when he's thinking, and then he says, "That should not be."
We went to Valorhome. Sockham and I.
I think like Brain chimes in a bit. It's like, don't forget about finding your the fucking clan Groll.
When? Where?
Valorhome? Do you not know of it?
I know of it, boy.
He nods.
You are not dead.
No,
Yeah,
Connie
excuse
sent
me.
us on a
Pleasure.
vision of sorts.
Vision quest.
Yeah, basically.
Where's the 80s
When
guitar?
you say journey, be specific.
And I think, yeah, he'll spend the next 5 or 10 minutes just recounting the journey he
So
went
go ahead.
from his perspective.
So go ahead.
So, okay. So there was this woman, I suppose. It all started with Connie having these herbs, and I'm sure she can list them off later. But
She'll
sort of,
list them off just out of hand.
and I'll repeat a few of them before I lose track.
Okay.
And it was sort of a. So I think we fell asleep and woke up in Valorhome. I don't know if our bodies were still in the tavern or if we were there.
As you're
physically.
talking, Andre sits down on the stoop.
Yeah, I'll like sit down and whatever's next to me.
You're in the sitting room. There's a lounge.
Yeah, so. And well, Brock and I split up for a little. God, third time today. Fuck.
Come
Good job.
on, my guy.
I'm just setting a record today.
So, out of character, don't forget to mention that you met Grandpa.
I'm getting there.
I know, just make sure.
Meanwhile, Connie's pumping Piercy for information like, is there a library? Can I check it out? Is there a doctor around here? anyone who specializes in like
Yeah,
curses.
and
blah, 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 blah.
I think what you get is like Percy's like, yeah, I'll help you, but I can't leave you unsupervised
Yeah.
in my boss's
Exactly.
office. Like,
And so
Connie's not trying to leave. She's just like trying to get information.
yeah, he's like, yeah, we'll go to the library as soon as we're done.
Like, while they're all on the phone, Braden's just like musing about the office, like, oh, what's this? Like, just
She
inspecting.
has an artifact cabinet if you want to be a dick.
oh no.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna take anything that's just like looking at it. It's like this is pretty impressive kind of
Got
thing.
a bunch of bookshelves. Make an investigation check. Rock, continue.
Is there a lighter patch where Azure Edge was clearly sitting?
No, actually, because Mayloon had him for a while.
To continue. We met Grandpa.
It's the
That
magical
was-
equivalent of law books, by the way, Delta. So
Yeah.
Oh God.
Have fun with that.
yeah, right. So you see, like, we met Grandpa, and he stops, and his like face hardens even more, and he says, "Your grandfather fasts at the end of winter."
Yeah. He seemed nice. Friendly. Seems a bit more lively than when we last saw him. So that's... I think that's good.
Yeah.
And actually
Andre's
managed
just
to
listening.
do rather well. And I don't think I ever heard the part that Sockham did.
Mind you, Sockham's just
Give
there
listed
doing.
off the names.
Sockham's there doing like a light gimme dance, waiting for Rock to.
Yeah, right.
He's an antsy boy, but he's not.
Go on, Brightwin.
Yeah, sorry, having audio issues on mine,
Just keep talking.
but I think it's fine. And yeah, it was. I think the words I would choose is a spiritual journey. And when I woke up, and I think he was about to go wolf form, but then he realizes he might break the thing on his head if he does.
Right.
So he like looks at his forearms, stops. We had those abilities, and haven't had any issues with it since.
Specifically.
Take on a sort of wolf form. I have a companion, a dire wolf now, was a dog. Confusing. And I'm faster, a bit stronger. I can climb really well now. That was an issue before. That's it, really. Sockham's is a bit different than mine, but I figure I can let him explain that.
Solcom is with you.
I don't know if he can see me jerking my thumb over, but he's
He
literally
can see
5
you
feet
jerking
up.
your thumb, but he doesn't react.
Yeah, like edge of the whatever vision. He's literally right here. But I want to.
Knowing
Me,
your
RP.
brother, he wants to talk to me.
I plan to hand it over, but
Nods.
I'm not asking your permission. But I'm letting you know I plan to go see our people someday, and I want to learn for myself and figure this out.
Be prepared to defend yourself.
Always. It felt right telling you instead of just sneaking off. Not my style. Actually, you wouldn't say style. He's like, not my way.
If you go, if you
Mhm.
find them, give them the horn I gave you. It's important.
Good to know. If we get time, I'll come by for a visit. Maybe we'll stay a week or two. But not quite time to settle yet. Yeah, I offer the thing over to Sockham.
Yeah.
Yoink.
You see your tired, weather-worn father in the mirror, Solcom.
Oof. I almost feel bad now. So,
Almost.
I have a couple immediate questions. Why did Tristan think you were dead? Like,
Totally forgot to mention that.
What?
Good job.
we found a mausoleum here that was commissioned by Tristan after he outed Daggelt, and it was dedicated to you. It even has the Clan Groll's insignia and phrase on it. Clan Groll stronger together.
He says it in giant. If you're going to say it, pronounce it correctly, boy.
Right.
And
Point
there's
being,
like pride when he says it in giant.
right.
That's ironic.
Point being, Paul, why did he think you were dead? I didn't. No real offense, but I didn't think you had friends. Like Tristan, I should say.
Neither did I. This is the first that I've heard of some commission.
It's a rather beautifully built mausoleum here.
I swore I would never go back to Waterdeep.
You've been here.
He nods.
How long? Why? You just love leaving places, Paul. He like chuckles a little bit. Why were you here in the first place?
To resupply for the journey ahead.
How long were you here that it mattered?
A few weeks.
It's ironic.
And before he was in some other module.
Right.
Known kit? Yeah.
Was it? Oh fuck! What was the name of that archmage? Stone
Elminster?
something? Stone
Stone
something. Stone
Stone
Marrow.
Marrow.
Was it Archmage Stone Marrow that made Galestorm?
He squints at you. No.
I'll leave that one just to lie. So, better question.
It was a fine smith of Clan Bryn.
Clan Bryn.
He nods. And that is mine before you ask.
I see.
Just out of character, I feel like that's noteworthy.
Hang on, didn't I? I don't remember what it was. So another question that comes to mind. Why did you leave us without a clan name for long? Is the clan not the pride of a Goliath? Is that not the fire within our hearts? Snorri acted as though the family is everything to us.
Precisely.
Then why were we left in the dark for so long?
If you choose between clan and family, what do you choose, boy?
Family.
He nods.
But
Then you have learned well.
I suppose the new clan is my family. The KnightLites. We've made something of a name for ourselves out here. I'm not sure if you know about
He
it.
says something that you don't expect.
Hmm?
He says, in an intonation that says he's heard that he said it before, he says, "I will carry your legend."
I'm sorry, but that character, he doesn't expect us to survive this. What the fuck?
You say that as though you expect us to die, Paul.
No. But it is our way.
Aye. For once, I think I've done something you might be proud of. I'm not sure if you know about it, but I've become the bearer of Azure Edge.
He chuckles. That one Stone Marrow made.
That much I'm already aware of. We met her. We're currently the owners of Trollskull Manor. And, well, there was a painting there that allowed us to contact her. In our attic.
Much to our chagrin.
Where is Galestorm, boy?
Her chagrin.
Rockham has it.
Nods.
Since I now have Azure Edge, I wasn't entirely in need of it, and, well, Rockham's spear is nothing to, well, it's nothing to be stabbing at professional thieves, shall we?
I suppose you want to know why I chose between clan and family.
I do.
Your mother is sick, boy.
Sick how?
I think by way of answering, he leans back and like pulls his collar down a little bit, and you see this like festering wound along his collarbone. Looks like a dog bite.
Ma had no control? She attacked you?
Not the first time. But that's
This
not
isn't-
the point. The point is, had we remained in the north, she would have attacked someone more vulnerable.
Is that why she hunts for so long?
He nods.
So then what'll happen to me and Rockham? I've used this ability countless times already, and
What ability?
myself
Welcome
and
said
Rockham.
something about being able to climb.
Myself and Rockham, we can shift at will. Myself, I embody.
You hear something from Andre that you've never heard before.
Hmm?
I don't know, boy.
I think Sockham.
Oh, we're fucked.
I think Sockham looks really sad for a second, and he busts into this like rather hearty laugh. That's kind of a new one. Never heard you
effects
sound
of-
unsure. Sorry?
The effects of what afflicts your mother are difficult to clarify. And what they would do on her offspring is largely unknown. I have spoken to Miss Averill, he nods off screen again, repeatedly on this subject before you were born and after. We don't know.
Well, I've yet to lose control, and perhaps it has something to do with my direct link with Mother Bear.
Your what?
When myself and Rockham went on this spirit journey to Valahome, Snorri Thunderbelly himself took me to meet the spirit of Mother Bear. We, I suppose one would call it, got into a shouting match, and, well, frankly, I'd say I proved myself. We, in a sense of speaking, bonded.
So
And he
you're a
tries to-
shaman.
I suppose that's a way one could put it. I prefer Scald now, but
You see him raise an eyebrow very briefly, and then lower it again.
while I was there, I suppose I extended the stay time of some of those within Valahome.
Excuse me.
I've taken their story and, well, frankly, I'm planning to make songs.
And he says it again. He says, "Such is our way, boy."
Right. And, well, to be frank,
We are the keepers
he, like, when we come back, because no doubt he looks at Rackham. I want to come back for a visit, just in case. And I'd like to get some more stories from you, if you... I only have so
he
many.
chuckles for just a second. Your mother tells them better than I.
Frankly, Paul, when I first found out this was possible, this communication, I was prepared to release my rage at how wrong everything seemed. You leaving the clan, the mausoleum, everything seemed wrong. It all pointed to you being wrong, and well, frankly, I'm sorry that I doubted you.
I am wrong, boy. I resorted to treachery, deception, theft, and kidnapping. In the eyes of the spirits, I am a thief.
Though whatever deems you a thief may see you as such, it should also see you as he who raised two of the greatest heroes this generation shall ever know. And, well,
Find them, boy.
find them?
He nods.
The clan?
Tell them your legend, and tell them the truth about me.
Yes, sir. It is our way.
I bad sock him on the shoulder.
In Giant, he says, Galestorm is yours now.
Sockham has this, like, wide-eyed... Oh, okay. It's like, weird moment of tearing up, and he's not really sure why.
I will tell your mother you called.
Thank you. Oh. I love you, Paul.
He just nods. He gives you a little smile.
Suppose that's everything.
Viviette says something. Andre nods, and he starts to get up. And you see him, like, do that thing where he, like, holds his knee when he stands up.
Man, it's getting old.
As Viviette's pulling the thing back. She says, Sockham, are you there?
Yes.
Tell Constance to get back in touch with me through this same means if she can with any information. I saw that bite. That's... I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
Well, to be fair, myself and Rockham can also shift, so I suppose there had to be
Can you
some
control
kind
it?
of... Quite well, yes.
She can't.
Hmm. Oh. Suppose that may hurt Paul's pride. I was about to say, maybe Constance should get a look at it. The bite.
Sure, let's get right on that. When can you get back?
Shouldn't take too long. Probably a couple hours.
I'm sorry?
Come again?
Yep. What?
Couple... Oh, I'm sorry, back to Amberridge?
Yes.
Oh, that'll be a while. I thought... I meant through this.
No,
But,
I agree
I
with you through
suppose-
this, yes, but I thought you meant have Constance come here. I would be grateful to have our town healer back.
We'll come back as soon as we can. Right now, we're currently trying to uproot ancient evils and all thousands of dragons back to the residents of Waterdeep.
No doubt at Vasha's request.
Actually, no, this is kind of our own endeavor.
Well, do it well. And if you see my son,
Do you want me to smack him? I already plan on it. I can whack him
you
harder.
will not harm my boy.
He uses that lightning hand spell on time, though.
Get him back to school.
I'm gonna have him talk to you about that one.
You hear Andre say something, and Viviette, like, deflates, and she nods.
If it makes
Can
you
they
feel
hear me,
better.
Sockham?
Hmm?
Can they hear me?
No, only I can.
I'm going to tell you something in confidence.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Yes. I know about what's happening in the village. It's not
Mhm.
just me.
You're not just you.
Please don't repeat what I'm saying out loud, Sockham.
Right, sorry. But could you clarify, please?
There's a protector of the village. Similar to... And she's looking at, like, where Andre was as she's speaking, and Andre says something, and she says, similar to what you experienced. Except it's not, well, the Goliath god. It's Connie's grandmother.
What?
So your grandmother's a god. Got it.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
So... Is that something to be concerned about?
I can assure you that nothing short of the Queen of Dragons is getting into this village. So, no.
What do you suspect may happen if the man, the myth, the legend does make his way in and finds out?
I'm going to have to uncork the bottle of wine I've been saving.
Oh boy.
Like a peace treaty thing, or like a meeting of...
Probably, yes, like a peace treaty thing.
Okay then.
The point is, we're safe here, and if we can get some treatment for Andre, all is well.
It's good.
Oh, by the way, I know it hasn't been long enough, but Steve's not back yet. So, he's not still with you, is he? Because we really need those supplies.
No, he left a while ago.
About what, a week and a half at this point?
Yeah, but it took you months to get here.
Yeah, so he's on his way.
It took us like a couple months to get here.
I'm aware. I just want to make sure that he's not dallying in some brothel.
We should scrounge Steve.
I think that Braden turns around and is like, who's not back yet?
Good question.
I think Sokka makes like the fax machine noises, and he looks at Percy and goes, "Is there brothels in Waterdeep? I'm sorry. Are there obvious ones? Like if you don't know Waterdeep, you still know that's what it
A
is."
point we actually watched.
What?
I feel like that's a topic for later.
Yeah, I think Percy makes the fax machine noise.
This is a relevant question to what they're saying.
Context would be nice.
Yeah,
Context comes later.
I quite agree. Context would be nice. The short answer to your question is yeah. I don't frequent those places, Master Harper.
Insight.
But yes, they exist.
I'm kidding.
Mm-hmm. Well, while that is an entire possibility, he's looking back at the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it. He was a very diligent driver for us. I'll check just in case.
Next episode, Sockham goes to every brothel in Waterdeep. Steve,
Steve,
I don't think
are
we
you
could
in
scry on
here?
Better suggestion. While we're scrying, why not just scry on him, make sure he's okay?
Oh,
That's the plan. He's not gonna go to a fucking
He's
brothel.
probably fine. He knows the roads.
He was skeeved out about the freaking yawning portal. No way he's going to a brothel.
right.
He has a
so,
map, he's fine.
I will leave you to your world-saving business, and expect your call about the lycanthropy soon.
Right. Bye.
Give
Start
my love to the
picking up my
others,
things.
and
Absolutely.
Andre's, and Tristan's, and everyone else's.
Absolutely.
She kind of waves, and then the screen goes black.
Well, that was educational.
Yeah.
Awful? What was that about?
Well, she said, like, is Steve on his way?
He's fine.
He's
It's
not
Steve.
like he's not. Her exact words were, "I just want to be sure that he's not brothel."
I don't think he'd be able to even go in a brothel. He doesn't seem like
Yeah,
He'd be able
no,
to.
probably not.
Yeah.
While I agree that he didn't exactly the brave enough type for it,
we're just talking shit about Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Either way,
he's a
We should
good
probably-
guy, but
He's fine. It's a long road. If anything, he's probably bored.
Either way, I have research I gotta do on top of everything else that's happening.
We have to save Lawrence first, then that.
I think first things first. First
Oh,
we say
probably
Lord,
fine for a week
then
or
we
two.
do with
So,
everything.
so Brayden says first things first, and this like purple rift opens in the middle of the room. It damn near takes out Rockham because she didn't know you guys were going to be in here. And then Vajra like steps out, and she's already like casting a sending spell. You see her like going through the motion, and she freezes when she sees the five of you. She stops. The portal closes
Rockham's like
behind her.
grabbing his chest, leaning against the wall.
As
Why
I
somebody-
like pipes
Jesus.
up, speaking of first things first.
Hello again, Lord Blackstaff.
Percy, she holds a finger up to you, Connie. Percy, you could not think of a better place to do this than my room. I wanted to make certain that we got in touch with you when you returned, Lady Blackstaff, and how did your meeting in Waterdeep Castle go? Don't change the subject on me, young man! She stops,
Oh boy.
composes herself.
Um.
I see you found your scrying apparatus.
We just finished.
Wonderful. Percy can go and return it while you tell me what you learned.
I talked to Viviette.
She would like call back whenever you can.
Mm-hmm.
She said something about homeroom, whatever that is.
Now it's Busher's turn to like make the Animal Crossing face. It starts like I see.
Just like, wait, shit.
It's relevant to mention, and I'm sure you've already put it together, but that's also Pierce's mom.
Is it now?
Yes.
This explains so much.
That explains a great deal, actually.
I don't
Did you
really
find
know
what
what
you
you
were
mean,
looking for in
but
the scrying device?
I'm sorry.
Did you find what you were looking for in the scrying device?
Yes, and a great
Yeah.
deal more. We also got.
Just a point. You did not use the scrying device for your original purpose. Do you still want to do that?
I can't even remember what it is now
It
because
was to find the bodies for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Right.
We wanted to use regular scrying for that.
Heroes of Waterdeep.
Yeah, right.
We wanted to use regular scrying for that, so we don't have to talk to a zombie. Or
whoever
rather-
controls
She
that
just like
dilemma.
gestures at the mirror and then says something in magic.
Can it be one way?
There's something in magic. I like that.
It is one way, yes.
That
I think my brain
Think of the
rattled off.
name, I suppose.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think of the name? And all of you can see the looking glass part, and you see something absolutely awful.
Oh god.
You see, you're in an underground room that's lit by the torchlight held by 4 kinkus. They have short swords in their other hands, and they are surrounded by walking skeletons.
As in
lovely.
fighting, or as in...
Looks about
Yes,
right.
as in fighting.
Oh, goody.
That's not good.
Then there's shenanigans afoot.
Is there any way to see the location where they are?
Any sort
Are
of-
you asking me or are you asking Vajra?
I'm just looking for any sort of marks. Signs, marks, building structure.
Make a perception check.
Names maybe.
Please
If
roll
it's in
the
the crypt.
film me.
Perception is a scale on the character sheet.
You know, no, I'm using my inspiration for that one. Fuck that.
All right,
If I
reroll.
could, I would use it.
Reroll.
Is it a crypt or just underground somewhere?
It appears to be an underground room of some description.
That's
Rock
I mean, it
and
does.
Brayden, because this is sight only.
Yeah.
You don't get much more information except there are things looming in the darkness all around these Kenku. There's a ton of skeletons.
Oh god.
they're dead.
Okay.
Are Kenku
by the
relevant to
way,
us?
They've raised the entire fucking city of the dead. Oh god.
Vajra, do you
mean-
know where this is?
Not immediately.
Are there ways to find out?
There are. Give me a moment.
Can we?
And she holds up the black staff and just like she starts chanting, and as she's chanting, a spell circle writes itself around her feet.
That's kind of odd.
So that'll take a minute if you want to deal with this.
Hmm.
I think that what was it? Aye, necromancer. Aye. I think that necromancer got instinct might be correct.
Think he's among all of that?
Yep. Looks at Connie like, would they?
Probably.
You can all see that horseshit.
Yeah. I'm just watching at the moment.
Well, I
don't
said
know
I'd
a lot
clear
about
up the undead in the
necromancers,
city of the undead, and city of the undead. Good lord, city of the dead. Here we go.
Maybe it'll give us a lead on the stone.
Well, I don't know a lot about necromancers, but I doubt they would put themselves in the fray.
Yeah, they
Well, hopefully we'll find out.
I do have your answer, by the way, as to why
So
the magic field.
Vajra keeps like channeling the spell, and the mirror shifts, and it shows like sort of like a holographic map of Waterdeep.
Huh.
And it zooms in on the trades ward, and it keeps like zooms all the way down like Google Earth, and then you're quote unquote standing in front of a wig shop called Dandy Mops.
dandy mops.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of amazing.
And then
That's-
Vajra like finishes the spell. She looks tired, leans on the black staff. She's, "That's as close as I can get you."
That helps a lot. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Really?
Not anywhere near the city of the dead.
No, it's in the trades ward. Let me bring up the map for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah.
to look it if we want to get there.
Hmm. We need to rest first before we can do
Yes, you
anything
do.
effective.
They're gonna be dead by that point.
I mean, so are you. Like that's a shit ton of.
Yeah.
Like you saw an
I-
We're
army
not
of
surviving that if
Skelebucks.
we're not at top health.
Like, let's be frank. As
So you
one
guys
of
are
the
here.
tanks, as one of the tanks, I have no hit die. I have no rages. I have one bardic inspiration.
The trades
like-
ward is down here.
Okay, so it is close to the city of the dead.
Oh yes, sorry. See,
Well
okay. I'm gonna be real. I thought the trades ward was up here,
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's fine.
but no, it's
So
it's
what's-
near the city of the dead. It's down here.
So what's the plan?
Actually, that is a good point. Why is the marketplace up in the castle ward, not in the trades ward?
Right?
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Oh, bet.
So what,
It's possible that it sprung up just kind of naturally.
True.
we go and rest and then pick through the remains?
I mean, Kenku aren't exactly our main priority, but also
Eh.
the last thing we seen of where the Sonic Galore was in a bunch of empty coffins. So
I might have
So
a
maybe it's
solution,
on one.
looks at black stuff.
but I'm warning you, it's not going to be pleasant.
Nothing we have went through so far has been pleasant.
This will be worse.
Oh boy.
I didn't.
I
catch
kind of
the
doubt that.
I can temporarily transpose you with your future rested selves.
That's
Is
different.
there going
That
to be?
sounds-
Is there going to be a side effect to that?
Yes, when you catch up, you're going to be in a great deal of pain and very tired.
We can sleep that off later. It just depends on how far in the future you're talking.
Wait, if you're going to put us into our future selves, doesn't that mean that we'll eventually become our future selves, but that situation will already be resolved?
Precisely.
Time travel bullshit.
But then there wouldn't have been a reason to put us into our future selves.
Magic is multiplicative. You're borrowing the time for now.
I
It's
don't
like
know
when you
what
eat a
that.
spice berry and you don't feel the spice until 30 minutes later.
I don't know what that word
she
means,
points to
so I'm just
Brightwind,
gonna.
or Rockham.
Remember the spice
Means
berries?
if you would need to go rushing off into danger now, though I don't recommend it, I can make you fighting fit, but you're going to pay for it later.
How much do we care
can
about these
sleep it
Kenku?
off later. It just depends on how far in the future it is.
I mean, the Kenku literally have to duplicate what people say, remember? So, they may have their orders if we can get one knocked out. And
So let's go.
I don't screw it up this time.
Connie grimaces in deja vu.
Yeah.
I can give you the effects of a night's rest. Think of it like a delayed reaction haste spell. You'll be fighting fit now, but the next time you go to rest, you're going to feel the effects of both.
So we'll be down for a long while.
She nods.
Is this gonna help us find Lawrence?
So, here's how this works.
Mhm.
Vajra can give you guys the benefits of a long rest. However, the next time you take a long rest, and you still have to,
Yeah.
you're going to take 3 levels of exhaustion and not be able to rest.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yikes.
So it's gonna be at least a
Jesus
few days.
Christ.
So you have to pay the long rest to be able to long rest again.
Do we
Is
want to
this-
risk that? If
Is
we
this urgent, Connie?
Absolutely not.
I feel like Lawrence takes priority over this.
I mean,
Like,
this might be our way to Lawrence, though.
This might be our way to Lawrence, but if we don't manage to get that stone, get in, fight Manchun all in one foul swoop, we're gonna pay when it comes time to do the thing.
I have some really, really bad news for you guys, says the
Okay.
fox, checking their notes.
What?
The Vajra lowers the spell, the locator spell that she was casting, so you see the scrying spell again, and one of the Kinku is shouting on repeat, in a voice not the Kinku's, obviously, shouting on repeat, find the stone, find the stone.
Oh shit.
We have to then.
But, yep, we
Okay,
gotta
so
go.
we need to get there, but taking 3 levels of exhaustion as a result is not a good idea.
You're not gonna get
No.
the. You're not. No. It's. You're gonna get the benefits of a long rest right now. You're gonna get all your shit back. You're gonna take the benefits of a long rest. But when you go to long rest next, you're
Yeah.
not going to be able to long rest, and you're gonna take 3 levels of exhaustion, and then you need to
That's
clear
my point.
that not rest to be able to long rest again.
So we're fine until tonight,
So,
basically.
right, so when we go to rest, we take 3 levels of exhaustion and can't rest,
And can't rest.
which
And then-
puts me up to 4 levels
but
of
you can't
exhaustion.
just not do that, because you have to do that to be able to rest again.
We'll basically
Would-
be down for a
with-
couple days.
Well, with this long rest, would Delta get rid of the exhaustion he currently has?
Yes.
So
But
you-
he would
So
get it back.
all of us communicatively would be put to 3
No.
instead of
We
No, whatever you would be clearing by this spell, you would get back when you rest.
but he'll still only be at 3.
No. He will have
Oh.
whatever he has right now plus 3.
yeah.
I thought he would get rid of it because this is giving us the benefits of a long rest.
To get rid of all that exhaustion, that'll be 4 nights.
Correct.
Because the one night where nothing happens and then 3, 2, 1.
Just 4 long rests.
Correct.
Well, yeah.
Which is not good for Lawrence's rescue.
We either need to start now and just go and see it through, or we need to not do this.
I say
We either need to go now and not take the benefits, and just hope to fuck that we survive through it, and then take
Maybe-
a long rest.
And maybe have Vajra contact Pierce while we're out.
Barker will absolutely contact Pierce Fire. So I know that okay.
Yeah, no, taking those 3 points of exhaustion is not worth it. Not even-
Rock is at like 5 HP and you saw an army of skeletons. Are you sure you want to go out there?
I mean, I'm at 29.
I was about to say, short rest and use hit dice.
Everybody's
I'm
used all their hit
only have
dice. You're
three
out.
spell slots.
I'm also out of hit die.
So it's either 0 or 100 right now. We gotta choose.
Yep.
I'm frankly,
I'm
I'm
guessing
in favor.
none of you guys want to sit down and take a proper long rest.
That's what I'm saying. That would be
Yeah,
0.
that
100
would be
is we
0.
just
You
go.
can either take a long rest or you can go rushing off into danger. But I do not recommend rushing off into danger
Yeah.
without the caffeine boost.
We will literally die.
Probably.
So it's either rest now or caffeine.
Yeah, pretty much.
We need to pick one.
Fuck! So it's either...
I vote
We are
rest now.
we are in a catch-22. I say we
Yeah,
just
we're in a
take it.
catch-22 where either stop and possibly, well, most likely lose the stone, or we continue and be absolutely fucked for fighting Mansion.
Welcome to Waterdeep.
I say
Alright,
we just take it and deal with this later. We deal with the issues later.
Let's go down the list and just we'll have a vote and go from there.
Dealing
I
with the
think that's
issues
best.
later is what keeps biting us.
I
mean,
you're completely right. Dealing with issues later.
if the
keeps
stone
biting.
slips away, we don't know when we'll see it again. Or you're
Exactly.
Which means we don't know when we'll see Lawrence.
Yeah.
I.e., we won't.
See, what's funny is that I'm arguing for your side because I'm fine. I can go without the caffeine boost.
I don't think you have to take it if you don't want it. But
Yeah, you don't have to take it.
Exactly. But
So-
you all need it. That's
yeah,
the problem.
I need it. That's for sure.
I mean, we could leave someone behind.
Mm,
But okay, right, fine. We leave the shooter behind, and then we're out some damage. We leave the healer behind, we're out a healer, and then we leave the tank behind, and we're out a tank.
It's worth mentioning. They were fighting skeletons. Skeletons are undead. Azure Edge does a bonus 2d6 to undead.
there could be a
Aye,
lich in
that's
there
true.
somewhere.
But there's also the possibility of a lich.
I
I vote we-
have the special brew.
I say we boost up
Salk,
and we go.
you are not surviving this without the caffeine boost.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Full
not.
stop. Like,
Without
We fought a
without
shark today.
without that boost, Salcom has no rages, which means he doesn't get the extra power boost he needs, and he can't use the defensive abilities he has from Ancestral Guardian.
Let's do it this way. Connie, boost or go rest.
I say rest.
There is another option.
What's the
There
third
is another option.
I vote boost, so we're 1-1.
What's the
I
other
vote
option?
boost.
Brayden could go in alone and be a sneaky fuck and just steal the stone from under them.
That
But we
would put
don't-
you at a lot of risk.
Yeah, and
That's
we don't
a
know where
lot
it
of
is.
risk, Brayden. Are you sure you want to do that?
you fuck that up, you're dead, son.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
I'm
imperative,
dead,
not
but
terrible.
also I could pull it off because they wouldn't be looking for me.
You could
Wow.
pull it
It's
off so long as the
advantage
dice
for
don't fuck you.
Yeah, like I'm,
We're the
I'm
KnightLites.
sorry.
We work best when we're together.
Yeah, clan growl stronger together, mother.
Mhm.
So I vote caffeine boost. Let's do this.
I vote caffeine boost.
Okay, so that's 1-2.
It is completely up to you three because I don't need it.
So caffeine boost. Let's go.
Okay.
We're the KnightLites. Let's do this.
Okay, let's go for it.
Like,
Okay.
like Brayden, like we're going to be put into our future selves, right?
Sort of.
Yes, but we're gonna pay for it.
On a
that just
functional
that
level.
that just means that Brayden can meet us there.
Right? No,
If you don't need the boost,
we can be. We are all teleported there, but you three would be getting the caffeine boost.
I think
so
that's
we'll
fine.
all be
Who
together.
said
That's
anything
not-
about teleporting, y'all?
I
Yeah,
mean,
we got a
exactly.
caffeine boost and run. Or
exactly my point. Just go over there now. We'll get our boost and we'll meet you there.
I mean, that would also put a lot of pressure on Pierce, having to pull through with the bomb.
It's not the first time he's done it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's,
I'll still be able to support him a bit, hopefully, possibly, but
that's a later problem.
three would be fucked in
But
that.
if we-
This is- This is our chance to get the stone.
Do we
This is
wanna-
it.
that is a point. Do we want to wait to hear back from Pierce to make a decision?
That could be hours.
Those Kenku
Yeah.
are currently fighting the skeleton.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are
damn
cur-
it, for a while you're
It's
not
like
here.
where the video game pauses and goes gray screen, and there's 2 different decisions.
Yeah, pretty
Yes,
much.
exactly.
This is the little tiny marker of change the path you choose.
I actually meant like message spell. Hey, this is our idea. What do you think?
Well, the problem is Pierce isn't here, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have Vajra message
Yeah.
Pierce where we are going, and he'll meet us there. Or collect our bodies, one of the 2.
Like, the long and short of this situation is either we get the stone or we miss our chance and we restart our hunt.
I think we gotta do this.
And all I'm saying, Brayden, is you could remove your exhaustion temporarily with the caffeine boost. You say you don't need it, but you're rolling with disadvantage on your attack rolls because you're already at 2.
Ability rolls.
I thought 2 was attacks.
I thought it was only at 1.
No, he's at 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
1 is
speed's
ability rolls. I thought 2 was attack rolls.
1 is disadvantage on ability, 2 is speed's halved.
Speed's half.
That's
That
what it is.
still sucks.
True.
Especially for a rogue.
I say
Yeah.
we caffeine boost and go be some heroes.
Now,
I need a
the other
hero.
the other thing to think about, and this is important, is at the end of this, when you guys are not resting,
Mhm.
he's going to be at 5 exhaustion, which means he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Right.
5 exhaustion is your speed is 0.
Well, okay, so he can't move.
He's effectively unconscious.
Yeah,
We're all gonna be down for
Well,
a
you can
while.
still he can still
Like-
like talk and all that, but like he's not going anywhere.
Point being, he's going to be in the worst situation of all of them.
yes.
Because if we can get the stone, we have, provided he doesn't kill Lawrence, we have time to rest and then go fuck up Manchu. Theoretically.
So really, I think Brayden should be the deciding vote since he's the one risking 5 exhaustion.
Like-
Point B, I can survive having my speed halved.
Like,
Being with speed 0, no.
Brayden, yes or no? Let's do this.
let's be
We're
frank.
going, but I'm not taking the caffeine
Okay.
boost.
Okay.
So, Connie, Rock, and Salk,
Mm-hmm.
you gain the effects of a long rest. You gain all of your hit dice back. You can roll them for free to get health back if you need them. You regain all of your spell slots. Connie, you get the effects of preparing your spells instantly, so you can just choose what you need.
Okay.
You get all your wild shapes back. You guys are good to go. And the last shot of the episode is you guys charging out of Blackstaff Tower, ready to go fuck up some skeletons. That's our show.
Holy shit.
We almost got to the combat.
Believe me, you're gonna be so glad you took that spell.
Oh yeah. Refilling all my spell slots.
Oh boy.
Does that bring Carol back or no?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
It's the complete effects of a long
Oh.
rest.
Well, Carol is a
So-
ritual.
Still, you were gonna do it during a long rest. Vajra specifically said you're replaced with your future self.
I'm just saying, once I bear, Azure Edge is going to be doing 2d6 slashing and 2d6 radiant
No,
against the skeletons.
it's gonna be doing 2d8 radiant.
Oh. This is put in as 2d6.
That's medium.
Radiant gets a big boy boost too.
Of course it does.
Oh my god.
Let's do some shout outs, shall we? Brightwind, give us a shout out.
Hi, I'm adding numbers. Okay, hold on. Hi, I'm Brett Wendy. I do art stuff sometimes, and I'm gonna try and do one art project a day during Arttober, so we'll see if I can manage it. You can find me at DeviantArt, Discord, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Bright Wendy. Thanks for having me, and I was promised fire, so I want to see fire.
You will get fire.
We're going right into the fucking pan.
Delta, would you like to give me a shout out that is more than just screaming?
Della, your resident mad Scotsman. I'm fucking livid at the moment because choices. And you catch me hanging about Discord doing fucking mod stuff and that, usually playing Warframe, Destiny, whatever the fuck I decide to play. If you need a hand or just want to join me in some raids, you're more than welcome to. Just give me a shout.
Gracie, give us a shout out.
Hey, I'm Rich Mila, aka Gracie. I do a lot of art and things for Kids channel, and I also love tabletops. So if you like either of those things, give me a poke.
Gamzee, give us a shout out.
Hello everyone, my name is Guy Gamzee, the bot in training. Gaining a little more experience with every single show. As always, if I'm needed, I had a fax machine moment. If I'm needed, you can always find me in the Discord, in DMs, or at Twitter, at the Homestuck Homie. Speaking of these places, myself and the Fox does a show where we go over tabletop game books and supplements. Like Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, come team. Where we review these things and we help you understand that it's not a supplement for the books, it's a helpful guide. Every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. If you have questions, we'll answer them, send them to me. Going too long because I'm tired. Have a nice day.
Trayscare, give us a shout out, please.
Guys, Tracer here. Hooray, I have a power boost. And I am a mod for Kids channel. If you need anything, I knit soft and fluffy things. And the weather is starting to turn, so not a bad time for that. And with the holidays coming up, if you need any help budgeting, I'm also down to give you a hand with that. Anytime you need me.
For my part, I am the Sharp-Eyed Kitsune, the teller of tales and the weaver of mysteries, the masked bard. This is a channel that is devoted to lore and storytelling, world-building, role-playing, and discussions of those things. So if that's to your fancy, you're in excellent company here, and I do hope that you enjoyed your time with us. You just watched Dice-Icive Action into Waterdeep featuring the KnightLites, our weekly D&D 5th edition module playthrough of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, going into Tyranny of Dragons afterwards. I, for one, am looking forward to it, but we gotta wrap this show up first, and there's a lot to get through. So, hopefully we'll get through by the end of the month, but who knows? I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with more of Arttober, Day 5, another day of Eastshade. Let's see if we can finish out that game and move on to the next for all of our Arttober fun times. We'd absolutely love it if you'd stop by. We're celebrating Arttober all month long. For now, though, it's time for me to get going. But as always, I'd like to leave you with these parting words. From myself, my keepers, and those joining me on the stage this evening, to all of you, the regulars, the followers, the newcomers, and the lurkers, whether you're just having a seat by the fire or you've got a running tab at the bar, remember, there's always more stories to tell. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for more Waterdeep and a new chapter. Take care, guys, and see you next time.